Hello and welcome to Garblag Games. Tonight we have episode 2 of Dragons on an Ashen Breeze. And I'm Pete, and I am the Dungeon Master.
Yeah, but we've all forgotten what order we go in now.
I think it's Jim first.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
So I'd forgotten as well.
I didn't know we were doing a thing.
Hello, I'm Jim. I'm playing a wizard who is trying to get into the coven of Red Robe Wizards, and I'm called Goust, also known to others as the Master of the Fog, or the Mist, or the Slightly Hazy Morning.
Is it true that you're better than a Minotaur?
Yes, absolutely.
I thought so. I thought that was the case.
Not as good as voices as a Minotaur, but I can hold my own. Yeah.
I'm Ben, and I'm playing Stone Hunter, a Kaganesti Elf Ranger, and I too am better than a Minotaur.
Hi, I'm Roger. I'm playing Merrin, the half-elf Knight of Solamnia, and I think we are all equally good.
Better than a Minotaur.
Yeah.
Equally better than a Minotaur. Hello, I'm Adrian. I will be playing Hisfix, the thief priest gnome, and I am shorter than a Minotaur.
But so much better than a Minotaur that you use one as a riding animal.
So you may have been able to see that Dan, who's playing a Minotaur, is not here this week. Unfortunately, he's unable to join us. So I will be shouting out such things as, "Get to the chopper!" and things like that for the Minotaur, who has got the rather Austrian accent. Great, excellent. Before we begin, please don't forget to go and check out all our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Insta. We've got links below in the About on Twitch and in the video description if you're watching back on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, go and subscribe to our YouTube. If you're on YouTube, go follow us on Twitch. Both of those things are great. Also, come and join us in our Discord. We've got loads of people. It's over 250 people now on the Discord talking about all different games, talking about the shows that we run. We play games on there. There's voice chat channels for games and all kinds of other stuff. So please hit that link for Discord and come and join us. And also our Patreon. Please check that out. All of the maps that you will see tonight in this episode will be coming to the Patreon for our Adventurer tier and above patrons. That's $4 a month. The Kalaman city map, which I'm about to show you, is already up for our patrons. So you can get your hands on that straight away. And I'll be uploading the regional combat maps as we go through the weeks to keep you guys coming back. There's loads of free stuff on there as well. So even if you don't sign up, thank you if you do. But even if you don't, there's loads of free stuff, so go and have a look and maybe just shout about it to somebody else. Cool. Okay. Also, 2 special messages for 2 special people. Happy birthday to Patrick Metzger and to Maurice Epskamp. Thank you very much. They both have birthdays this week, and they are long-standing friends of the channel and patrons of Garblag Games, and they are thoroughly awesome people. So thank you very much. Psychomantium just subscribed. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I seem to recognise those names from somewhere.
You may have recognised those names from somewhere. We do have a tendency.
It's weird when you hear it pronounced properly, isn't it?
I was going to correct Pete, but he had the flow going.
You can't stop me in the flow I do now. It's like, it's unstoppable. Yes, they are great friends. Maurice, we met when he came over to the St. Albans Comic Con last year, and we nearly met both of them at GarCon this year, but unfortunately that annoying little thing of the global pandemic got in the way of us all meeting up. Anyway, so I have experience points for all of you. This is how we're going to begin the session.
Free gifts.
Now, what you have to remember is we're playing Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition, by the way, everyone. And this is our Dragonlance show. And we have everyone start off at 3rd level, so they all had 5,000 experience points, which means different things to different people because different classes level at different rates. You also acquire experience at different rates, which I think is a little bit harsh. So one house rule that I always have is that priests get 100 experience points per spell level cast, and wizards get 50 experience points per spell level cast, and have to gain 1,000 experience more than a cleric to go up a level for 2nd level. So it's a little bit unfair. So I make wizards 100 experience points per level. Now what this means is if a wizard gets a couple of spells off, they often get a few experience points for this session.
The
You all
wizards
got
get more spells or something?
no, they get the same number of spells at the same level. In fact, clerics get
That's really
bonus
weird.
spells for wisdom. Now it says spells cast furthering your ethos or your religion. But basically, Geron is going to be healing people, and his fix is going to be doing crafty things with his spells. So they're all going to be, you know, in the right vein to gain experience points. You all gained 200 experience points for your role playing last session because I thought it was fantastic. And I'm not going to do a poll for who the viewers think should gain an additional 50 experience points each session. But if people want to put it in the chat, I don't mind. So you all gain 200 experience points, and Stone Hunter, you killed 4 hit dice of creatures yourself, 2 draconians. A draconian and 2 goblins. So you get 240 experience yourself, but 61 from monster experience, so gaining 301 experience points. Now,
is that in total, or is that as well as the 200? You lost me because you started mathsing at me.
I started doing maths. Yeah. It is total 301, right. Unless
wait for the end number.
Unless I'm just trying to explain some of the levels of it. Do you have a ranger who has strength, dexterity, and wisdom scores of 16 or more gains a 10% bonus? Do you have strength, dex, and wisdom scores of 16
that would need some really good stats.
I don't, unfortunately. I have a strength and dex, but my wisdom is just a little bit off.
Well, there you go. I mean, they have to get 14 in all of those to be a ranger. So you're going to be fairly close anyway. Okay, so you get 301 experience points. Gauss.
How many do I need for 4th level?
You need
many.
Lots, many. It's 10,000, isn't it?
It's 9,000.
Oh, 9,000. That's
yes.
Not bad.
Yeah. Goust, you gained. I'll run through it and I'll give you a final number. You gained 200 for role playing, 200 for spells, 61 for monsters, and you get a 10% bonus, don't you? Because your intelligence is over the required number.
502.
507.
Okay.
Close. Okay. I'll give Geron his next time. Merrin, you. This is where leaving the book in the house is going to scupper me. I can't remember what Knights of Solamnia need in terms of 10% experience.
Stick up their ass.
I don't think you've got enough high scores, have you? How many 16s have you got? What 16s stats have you got?
Yes, hang on.
Strength and...
I have...
I think it's one of the Knights of Solamnia's perks that they gain no experience whatsoever.
They're so humble.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised.
They have to stay at level 1 forever.
Now they level up based on how old they are.
Oh my god, where are my stats?
As a fraction of their total life.
I've got
lifespan.
But it's strength and dex, isn't it?
I've got 2 17s and a 15.
I don't think that would mean you get 10 experience.
Yeah, I've got strength 17, dex 17.
So you get 311 experience points. Roger.
Smashing, where do I write such a thing?
There's an experience bit. You can add in your experience. Okay, and then his fix. Do you have a wisdom of 16 or more?
If I could find my stats, I could answer that question.
Not that he's demonstrated.
Halfway down the character sheet.
I know. Wisdom of 16. Yeah.
Ah, cool. Okay. And do you have a dexterity of 16?
I do, yes.
Wow.
No, it's
Okay.
almost like I min-maxed the shit out of this.
His fix, you're in for some serious experience points. So for your cleric, you gain 253 experience points.
What do I get all of that for, Pete? Everyone else got.
Oh,
great
you got
numbers.
100 for half of your RP. You got 30 for half of your monster experience. Because remember, the general experience gets halved between your two classes. And then you got 100 for using the command spell.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did
So
he
you got-
get none for climbing that wall?
That'd be under his thief XP.
That's under his thief XP.
Thing.
Jim knows. He's pulling my leg. He's pulling my leg. Watch it, Jim. Okay, so you get 253 for your cleric, and then on the thief side, you got 100 for RP, 30 for monsters, and 200 for using your thief skill.
I just noticed that McNeil 5 had said, I think that Knights of Solamnia level up based on moustache length.
And when they
good.
level it, it's so
So-
you get 363 experience for your thief.
Tasty.
So you got like 600 overall because you used a lot of your abilities.
Pete, where did you send the cheat sheet to us?
Oh,
I can't remember where you sent it.
It's on
Whether
the
it was
Patreon.
on-
You can go and get it from there for
I
free.
might just get it off the
There's a
Patreon.
2-page AD&D second edition combat cheat sheet, which I've kind of summarized a load of stuff for the guys, and it's on the Patreon right now, and that one is free.
So what did I get
that's to
my
tempt you in.
111 XP for? Because I just got told a number.
311.
Yeah, but
Yep.
I got 200
So you
for the
got
role
200 for role playing, 50 for killing monsters yourself. So you're a warrior, so you get 10 XP per hit dice of monsters that you kill. Then you get 61, which is your share of the collective monster experience that everyone defeated.
Wow, okay.
So priests need to cast their spells, wizards need to cast their spells, warriors need to kill shit, and then you get your
I
experience.
need to kill a lot of stuff to keep up with casters.
You do. You do. One thing I just need to check,
we got
actually,
2 spells.
is that that's
though.
not per level of you as well, because if that is, then experience points. Oh yes, this bit that bit in my book, bit in my book that comes out.
Log in. It's making me log in.
Per hit dive creature, you get 10 XP per level. So no, I'm wrong. Roger, you're right. You get it's 10 XP per your level per hit dice that you kill. So you get 120 there, and Merrin, you get 150. So Merrin, you actually got 411. Apologies. And Stone Hunter, you actually got another 80 on top of that, so 381. Sorry, Ben.
Sweet.
There you go. Okay, cool. So as you level up, your kills are more juicy. Anyway, right, swiftly on. Okay, so last episode, Goust had been gathered by the party from the main gate, and I'm going to switch over to the map screen now so we can all see what's going on, and our viewers can see a little bit more than our players, because as I often do, there's stuff in the GM layer, and that means that the players can't see it, but our viewers can. So this is the map of Kalaman that if you're an adventurer tier patron you can get right now on the Patreon. And over here's the main gate. As you can see, the little ping. Everyone's on this map, I assume. And yep. And you've travelled across, and halfway to East River South, the tower that you're headed to, you encountered some creatures. There were some draconians, but mostly goblins, which is why I've put goblins down as the counter on the hex grid of the city.
You don't like goblins.
And there was a pitched battle where you all proved yourself in combat, especially Goust with his fog powers. If you haven't seen the first episode, Mastery of Fog. It was a fantastic session with everyone really getting into their character. Dan as Arnold Schwarzenegger, Geron charging into battle. His fix, messing about with slings and thief skills and all kinds of things, Gauss threw up a nice wall of fog in front of all of the heroes, thinking that if he obscured view of them, then the Draconians would go away. They didn't. Merrin and Stonehunter dealt with them with mixed efficiency. let's put it that way. But it was first session. Everyone's getting into Thaco. We were learning the rules, learning combat, and all those things. And you had made your way to East River South. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zoom in now on the appropriate portion of the. Oh, hello. Excuse me. Appropriate portion of the map, so that we are focused on the right thing, and our viewers will get a bit of a better view of what's going on. So, as you guys can see, we've got soldiers stationed at the towers that you're all aware, apart from maybe Gauss, because you've just arrived in Kalaman. But the rest of you are aware of these towers being permanently staffed and manned. And you have arrived here, and I'm using Merrin's token as the marker for where you are, because Merrin is your leader.
Our brave leader, yes, the one with the shiny armor.
Am I? Haha, you're all screwed.
You're the shiniest, therefore you are in charge.
Oh dear. What have I done?
Because I've got the moustache.
Shinare, follow the shiny.
And you'd arrived at East River
Follow the
South, which was
moustache.
a fairly tall tower, which had people looking out parapets and windows and things, with a surrounding wall and troops moving around. And Imbert, who was a knight in training that Merrin knows, had come out and fetched you to take you into the inner chamber, and the ground floor had stairways going up into the next level up, but it was one large room, which was sort of a preparation arming room with a large table in the middle, and standing around the table various figures, all in armor save for one, who is a man in the corner. And there is a woman directly opposite you. She is Master Warrior Athelus. Merrin, you know who she is. She's the head of the Crown Knights in the city, and she is.
What was her name?
Athelus.
Athelus.
Yep, Master Warrior Athelus, and she is coordinating the defense of Kalaman for this area. So she's not fully in charge, but she is top of the Crown Knights, and she's looking down sternly at the table and talking to the other people around the table. And on the table there is a map of Kalaman, much like, but not quite as beautiful as the lovely maps from Incarnate, our sponsors. A map of the city on the table. And
I can see my house from here.
And on it there are various wooden, carved and crudely painted Warhammer 40k miniatures. No, figurines, sort of large, like wooden ones that you can move around to represent troops and different forces. And there are some kind of some ones that are painted like a stained red on one side of the river that you can kind of see from afar, and things stained kind of green or blue on the left side of the river as you're looking at it. And she sees you and she sort of ushers you in. Merrin, I see you've arrived. Please come through. And she kind of gestures to the other side of the table. It's a broad rectangular table, and there are 4 other figures standing around it, including a robed man to one side. And you look around these faces, Merrin, and you don't really recognise any of them. They are all clearly senior knights, all engaging with the Master Warrior, and they don't really look at you. 2 of them to your right shuffle papers and some dockets. They've got various sheafs of like lists of equipment and trappings and henchmen and warriors and all those kinds of things, kind of shuffling around, and they're kind of passing them between themselves. And
Side of their moustache is the size of your forearm.
yes, absolutely. Well,
That's
one
how
of
you know they're important.
one of them doesn't have a moustache because it's actually a woman. There's a man and a woman. They're
Oh.
talking to each other. They're just
I'll
wearing.
let them off.
They're all in armor, and they've got a crown emblem on their.
I will salute as I approach the table
Sure.
out of courtesy.
You
Are
salute,
they
and they.
shinier than Merrin?
Sorry.
Are they shinier than Merrin?
Oh, definitely.
Ooh. I might have to go look at the reflection.
And
I am 3 foot, so
it's
basically
quite.
looking at
It's also quite difficult for you, therefore, to see up on the table unless you
their. Oh yeah,
fetch one of the nearby stools and bring it over.
I might do that in a bit once I finish looking at myself.
Sure.
How high up are we?
Sorry.
We're
How
on the
high up
ground
are
level,
we?
I think, aren't we?
What do you mean? How high up are you?
I thought we'd gone up into a tower.
No. This is the
overlooking-
ground. This is like the
Oh,
ground.
okay.
This is the ground floor. And yeah, 2 other people stand on the left. A man in robes with a beard. He looks fairly old. Gaust, you get the sense that he may be a librarian. You're not sure. And next to him, another man in armor who looks huge, and he is well moustached, and he has a sword emblem on his tabard. He doesn't look too old though, and Athelus kind of says to you, "Report. Why are you late?"
We were waylaid here, and I will gesture on the map as to where we were waylaid.
By
There were draconic creatures and goblins. They were attacking the local townsfolk. We had to intervene.
right. Well, one of the guys shuffling the papers around pulls out a kind of a marker and leans over without looking at you and just like plonks it down on a thing where you gestured. Did you kill them all, or did any of them escape?
We killed them all.
I'm trying to remember. Yes, they were all killed.
Stone Hunter, you've met Master Warrior Athelus a couple of times. Generally, Merrin does a lot of the reporting in on his own. You're not really one for paperwork, but you have met her, and she is aware of you, and you get a sense that you get a grudging respect from her. So you've fetched this wizard, I see.
Yes.
She says, "Step up." She says to Gaust.
You want me to step up there? Yes.
Come
of
forward
course.
so I can have a look at you. She says. She walks round the table, and she puts her hand out in greeting to Merrin first, to shake your hand, and then to Gaust. Greetings, wizard. Thank you for coming to our aid. This is a trying time. If Rhivrasonomar has fallen and his tower is being besieged by Dragonarmy forces, then we need you to move with all haste to ascertain what's going on.
Do not fret. Yes, your tower is in safe and very powerful hands.
Very well. She turns to Merrin, and without any kind of embarrassment or anything, she says, "Keep an eye on this one.
I will be.
Make sure he doesn't die on the way there."
I'll do my best.
No promises.
She looks round the table. And you,
Hello.
hello.
This is his fix.
Hello. I'm a bit...
You were assigned as scout, weren't you?
Yes.
I
Scout.
hear you're a very good scout.
Who did you hear that from?
The priests of Shannare.
Okay, then yes. Yes, I am.
You're often very good at helping them requisition items that should have been
It's
handed
part
into
of our
them.
holy mission. Yes.
Yes. I understand
Yeah.
you'll be doing your duty here in the city in the meantime, during all these horrendous times.
Well, yes, the great goddess Shinari does not like this level of disruption. It does not help the flow of trade or wealth.
Very well.
But this is our calling. This is the great work that we must all do. Help the money go round, as they say.
But I believe that as long as we're all working towards the greater good for the city, then yes, I agree. Perhaps not such an emphasis on coin. She turns around and heads back to her side of the table.
Does she have a pouch? Just ask.
She doesn't. She's on duty. She doesn't carry her wallet with her. She on her belt there is a very nice looking sword,
I'm not touching that.
a dagger in her boot, and on the other side of her hip there is a hammer. Yeah, like a small hammer.
Gnome-sized hammer.
It's a gnome pick. No. So, as you're all aware, there's a serious situation in the city right now, but this matter must be attended to. Our forces have to hold the line, however, and I need the four of you to escort Gauss. She says, looking up at the giant Minotaur who's standing there. She's met Geron before. He's almost like an ambassador to the city, and everyone is aware of the Minotaur. Not many of the other soldiers and knights look him in the eye. Same with Stonehunter. There's something about the wild elf that people are frightened by. Whereas,
Yeah, I'm a bit bored in this room. Can I go upstairs and have a look out the window?
sure.
Their map's all well and good, but I actually want to climb up the tower and stick my head out of a window and have a look over the river.
Okay, cool. So you go. Are you going to try and are you just walking up there?
Yeah.
Just okay. Okay. So you head up because you're all in as part of the Knights of Solamnia effort to retake the city in this mission. You are not stopped, Stonehunter. So we'll deal with you in just a moment when you go upstairs. So she says, as you are aware, there's a serious situation in the city, but your mission is of paramount importance. We are battling hordes of vile, evil creatures on this front, and we have heard, she says, pointing at some of the miniatures on the table, that some have broken through the line. So caution in these days is very important.
Okay.
She
It will get
gestures
some.
at two tokens that are between two of the knights. These goblins, the reason I was interested, these goblins seem to be being pushed forward in a kind of vanguard, a sweeping attack to test our lines. Clearly they are mere fodder to the Draconians and their masters. They are easily dispatched, but they take up our time, and these are troublesome. We have seen more of their kin across the river from the towers. My mouse is playing up. The ruins and the battered peasant quarters across the river have seen troubling times, and likewise hordes of goblins sit across the river. Vile, disgusting betrayers of our city, mercenaries who have signed up with these evil armies. They too stand lined up to take their turn upon our blades. And we shall defend the city. We believe that your best chance to get across the river is to go by boat to the watermill, and from there to make your way into the eastern portion of the city. We do not know why we have not sighted forces there. It is a large structure and a defensible situation. I think we're getting a bit of lag on the video. In chat, tell me if the video's lagging. But there is an access way from the river. There is a canal of sorts that they've built around this structure, and water is channeled into it. It may be that you could, if you had someone small and quick and cunning, perhaps
I
they
look at
could.
mine.
Perhaps they could get in through there and ascertain the situation.
I was just going to suggest that. My cousin's really quite small.
She laughs.
He's on
It
the other
appears.
side of the sea.
It
I suppose
appears she does have a sense of humour, though.
If you have a boat, then
We have a
yes,
boat.
Okay.
So we have we found a low boat and some tarps that we believe you can use to steer your way across the river to this canal. We will get you to the foot of the bridge. We think launching under the bridge may be one of the safer ways and not so clearly seen. There is lots of debris floating in the river, and it may be that under the cover of darkness you may pass undetected towards the watermill.
Master Wizard, you're a master of fog, yes?
Indeed, yes.
Could you perchance conceal us as we attempt to transit said river?
Quite possibly. I have more powerful magics as well to deliver us from sight as well. But maybe only one?
Maybe a simple fog would mask our boat enough?
The robed figure looks up from the table at the mention of powerful magics, and then sort of nervously looks back down at the table. Very well.
All right. Well, I think we've got a plan. Does that leave us time for food?
You can rest. Yes. Maybe even catch some sleep before you head out at dark. That would probably be best.
How long is it until dark?
It's a few hours. If you wish to train here, she turns to Merrin and Geron. If you wish to train in the grounds, feel free. I'm sure some of the novices and new blood would appreciate a well-trained hand to show them a lesson or two. Feel free to ask the quartermaster for supplies to take you across the river. But I suggest that you travel light with scant more than you currently carry. You don't want to be caught having to run through a burning city with their arms full of food.
Am I okay to leave Warrior here? I don't think he would be
I would
best
suggest
fitted
that,
for this.
Yes, I would suggest Warrior can be stabled here and potentially put to use if there is a serious situation, although we will save that until it's absolutely necessary. So, excellent. If you wish to... she kind of gestures towards the door. She's like, if you wish to prepare yourselves, then we have much more here to talk about. As she says this, a young figure comes running in, and it's Imbert again, the young knight. And it's very sorry to intrude. We've received. Received communication. Here we go. Our forces have been trapped behind enemy lines by the east gate. There's one of their scouts managed to get through the mercenaries, or bribe his way through. I'm not sure, but they reported that there is a group of a group of draconians seem to be raiding and destroying parts of the great temple of Mishakal.
Not the temple, no.
And the guy with his Games Workshop case opens up and takes some more miniatures out and puts them on the. He puts these. They're actually really nicely carved. They're not like hugely ornate, but they're, when you look at them, you know what they are immediately. There's a knight on a horse. There are infantry ones. There's draconian ones, and there's goblins and hobgoblins. And they just they seem to be fairly well done. And
the plastic or resin?
Would, I'd
The
imagine,
lead,
or
mate.
metal.
This is AD&D second edition.
You got to lick
Lead
them.
pewter mix.
Yeah, you got to lick them before you put them down. Otherwise they don't work properly.
So he kind of places a few of these small markers onto the map. And Master Warrior Athelus says, as you can see, there's much to coordinate. So, Sumerian, if you would.
Is there any more help we can provide to you?
Is there any way you can get words back to us, a wizard, from afar? If you scout anything of import?
Unfortunately, that is not my known line of magic. So,
Do you have a carrier pigeon?
no,
Yeah.
I don't carry birds.
We have one at the top of the tower that you could take with you. You would need to tend it well while you were gone with it.
Is it
Clearly,
a plump pigeon?
it's a plump-breasted pigeon.
Not speckled Jim.
Speckled Jim is a hero of the order.
One of
I'm
the
very
one
good
of the
with that.
finest episodes of Blackadder ever.
No, his fix did not kill and eat this delicious plump-breasted pigeon.
Okay. Right. So, bear with me. So, I forget that this is all done alphabetically.
Oh, I do have animal handling.
Ah, there you go. A pigeon for you then.
Hardly any skills. I'm a bit rubbish.
You're
I got
a bit
like 2
focused.
skills.
You're focused. It's more like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sneaky like nobody's business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, the old man comes over. Yes, hello. I am Agadar. I look after the pigeons, and the few tomes on tactics and war that we have here within within East River South. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to meet fine groups such as yourselves. He looks slightly embarrassed, slightly nervous talking to you.
Because he's probably expected to be pushing pineapples and shaking a tree.
Gauss,
Name
very pleased to meet you.
Agadar.
Yeah, I know. I got it. Don't worry.
What I could do.
Yeah, it's Agadar. Okay. Sorry, Gaust. Go.
Very pleased to meet you. I'm Gauss,
I
Master
understand
Wizard
you.
and Librarian.
I have done some brief dabblings in magic, but nothing. As I understand it, I've heard you are a powerful wizard from your commentary here. I would not.
You speak of libraries. What's the best first edition that you've looked after?
Have a book off.
He sort of mumbles. I have some very old volumes of the Tales of Humor.
Impressive. I once looked after a rather valuable book called Heroes of Goblins and Gold. Yes, it told the tale of 2 warriors, and well, one was a warrior, one was a wizard. Really good, and the condition of it was absolutely
The camera
pristine.
pans away from the scene as Gauss starts talking about books, and we cut to upstairs where Stonehunter, you've walked up a flight of stairs, and in this room there are a couple of people. It's a fairly open structure. The tower is clearly split in half though, and in this room there are some windows around the outside, and you can see some soldiers with kind of crossbows and bows. It's about there's 4 of them in the room, looking out of windows, keeping an eye on things. And this looks to be like some sort of arming provisions gear kind of chamber. So there's some weapons, there's a few bits of armor, and there are some barrels and crates, things that you think are probably holding kind of, from what you can smell, like salted meats and tough cheese and things like that. Stuff that lasts a long time, and wrapped in kind of oily cloths or whatever. One of the soldiers turns around and says, Elf, what are you doing in here? Are you supposed to be here? So,
Scouting.
right. Oh, okay.
Looking across the East River.
Fine. He moves out the way of the window, still holding his crossbow quite threateningly. And I assume you want to walk over and look out. So across the city, you can see fires burning in a lot of buildings and structures. The ones that stand out are the Temple of Shannare, which is Temple of Mishakal, which is a large structure, which would in days past would have seen the poor coming and receiving alms and healing, and the sick and the diseased being treated. Now it is a gutted shell of its former glory. Fire licks the steeple. Spread out around you towards the docks, which are all ablaze. This area has been thoroughly battered. Those areas that were wealthier and made of stone have been blasted and obliterated by dragon fire, so the stone itself has even melted in places. And you can see large kind of gloopy blobs of shapes that used to be large stone structures, potentially towers, you're not sure, statues, sort of dotted in between, broken buildings, craters. This city was attacked by flying citadels and dragons, so occasionally you can see large chunks of earth that have fallen off these flying citadels, and they're literally like, if you guys don't know, you know, like in the film Avatar, those big floating mountain type things. They're like that, with a castle on top and dragons flying off of it, and they are directed and flown towards things, which is really cool. I love the flying citadels. One of the reasons I picked Kalaman for the game. There are chunks of large bits of earth that have kind of fallen off these flying citadels, and you can see those remnants there. There is a kind of thick smoke that's now growing over the city, and as the light is going, because there's only a few hours till darkness, it gives an early twilight, an early dusk. It's kind of like a false night this late on, and you can see the kind of hints of movement, you know, dust and things, and the brave birds and small animals that have braved going back into that part of the city, scattering occasionally. It's more the thing you kind of sense. Looking out, though, you feel pain, and you feel a great wound in this city, and a wound in Ansalon and Kryn, and this is the savagery of the Red Dragonarmy. That which destroyed your tribe has come here and is just trying to destroy Merrin's tribe, and it is evident right before you the kind of devastating power of this. None of you have seen dragons flying in the sky recently, which you are all pleased of. That's what you see when you look out the window.
Are there any forces on the other side of the river? And is the other side of the river 170 feet away or less?
170 feet. What's that, range of your bow?
Yeah.
No, so it's quite a way off.
I know a crossbow won't reach that far.
It's quite a way off. So it's kind of like, I think longbow's got like ridiculously long range actually.
It's 40, 80, 170 on my character sheet.
That's like squares, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Ouch.
if you look,
Nice.
if you look at the longbow, let's just
Wait,
go
cheat
to the
sheet.
equipment section briefly. Composite longbow.
That's a
Where are
long
we?
way.
60 yards. So that is 180 feet with a flight arrow, and the long range is 210 yards, which is 630 feet. With a flight arrow, you've got sheath arrows, so they're a little bit shorter range. But from where you are, there's a surrounding wall. There's a few structures between this tower and the river itself. most of those are crumbled and kind of battered. If you think of the kind of the Osgiliath bit in Lord of the Rings, it looks a little bit like that. There's these bridges over the river. Both sides are quite battered. There's fires on that side, and you can see the one thing you can make out from where you are is towards the. I'm pinging there. Can you see that? Sorry, there's two things you can make out, I should say. There's this one. You see that?
Not seeing a ping.
No.
Oh, hey, you know why that is?
You're on the
Wrong
map
layer.
layer.
I'm on the wrong layer.
Yeah.
So these dudes down here,
There we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
you can see like in the distance in that area, like camp building tents or something, fires being lit. A force occupying that strangely hexagonally shaped area. And you can also see movement by the other side of the bridge. This bridge, these are big bridges that go across. This river is quite wide, going through the. It's kind of like the Thames kind of width, kind of thing. So big bridges going across it, and you can kind of see over the other side that there are creatures moving about between buildings. Your elf eyes are very.
I think I want to take a shot at one. Yeah, we need a nice slow motion follow the arrow shot, don't we?
You can loose an arrow across the river if you want. Do you want to do that? Just as
Have I got any hope in hell of hitting them?
No, but
no, I won't. Then that would be pointless. If I can't show off and actually do it, then I won't.
Okay.
If I could do it and make these stuck-up humans with their stupid, stubby little ugly bows actually go, ooh, that'd be a different story.
Yeah, because you've got a beautifully crafted elven bow, haven't you?
It's a thing of great beauty.
Yeah. Okay, right. So what do you want to do, Stone Hunter? There's stairs upwards. You can smell bird shit.
I'll go upwards then. Bird shit still smells better than humans.
What if I spend 2,000 groats? Beowulf Reborn wants you to have a shot at a goblin at super long range by spending 2,000 Garblag groats. Beowulf, if you want to spend 2,000 Garblag groats to let Stone Hunter take a... where's my combat cheat sheet? I've got it here on my clipboard. Definitely gone old school. Long range is -5. And I'm actually going to impose, I would impose an additional -2 because it's kind of dim and dark. So it would be -7 to your attack roll. I don't know if Beowulf Reborn wants to do that.
Risk it.
No, I don't think he's gone for it. Okay, so you... Some CCXCZ has turned up late and said, "What's gone on?" And they said they reviewed a strategic map with wooden Warhammer minis. Two rerolls. Oh, there you go. They're not rerolls. They're chances for you to take a shot at a goblin.
It's one chance for me to take a shot at a goblin across the city.
So goblins are normally, don't worry about. So you're going to make the roll with the modifier.
Yeah. So I roll.
Someone else could give him a reroll in case he misses.
True.
I roll to hit.
Yep. Just put -7 in that. Submit.
No change. Dex bonus. Submit. No change. Misc bonus -7.
Let's see what he rolls. They're armor class 6, by the way, everyone, just to let you know.
Right. Herculean effort.
Yep.
Sideways bow. Long shot. No, straight bow, because it's a supreme long shot. Hold it.
They're all watching.
Breathe and release.
Okay. Ho! Bloody hell. 600 feet away. A goblin is going about his own business, gathering some loot from a building that his companions have just raided. And as he's coming back, showing off a particularly nice dress that he's found, an arrow hits him in the back of the head, coming out through his mouth and killing him stone dead, hitting the floor. And as you kind of release and let go, you turn around and 3 guys are standing behind you, all going, "What?" As they kind of see that you can kind of see that you just took someone out.
And I walk upstairs
One guy
to the
just
birds.
low whistle, and they all kind of turn. And the guy who was like rude to you at the beginning is like, looks at his crossbow. Okay, you actually got another reroll there, just in case you'd missed.
Cool.
So, good
Thank
shot,
you.
sir. You feel buoyed by that, but you've permanently lost an arrow. There's
Now
more
I'm
on the
back.
table, though, if you would like to take some.
Yeah, I will probably pick up some spares. I might even pick up some of the different styles. Some broadheads might be useful when we're getting into. They do more damage but less range, don't they?
Sheaf are the ones. They do D8 damage. They're ones you.
Those are the ones I've got.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, cool. So you go upstairs, and there is there's like a little aviary where some pigeons are being kept, and there are small cages, ruggedized cages, that look like they are meant to be used for transporting these in important missions and tasks. And no one is up there currently. And there is another
I shall
stairwell
talk to the
up
birds momentarily.
Okay, yeah, cool. They tell you that they don't like being trapped, but they do like having a job to do. And there is a stairwell up to the roof as well.
I hear you, my brothers. I will fly for you. And I'll go up to the roof.
Okay. There are a couple of people up there, and there is a ballista mounted to the roof. It's got 2 large kind of scratches in the side of it that have kind of a browny red kind of swipe to them, as if someone has dabbed paint or something else red across them to kind of colour them in, as it were. It's like 2 big gouges in the side of it. And there's a guy kind of just checking it. He's actually got a little oil thing, and he's checking the pintle and mount on it so that it can still turn. And as you come up, he's like, "Oh, you never know when there's a dragon around, do you?" And he's like pivoting it around, and the guys who are sort of walking around the outside of the top of the tower sort of just like shake their heads.
You've killed 2.
Yes, 2 from this tower. East River South, we're great dragon killers here. We know what we're doing. That was a while ago, though, and we haven't seen one in the sky for a long time. You never know what's coming.
I salute you, Hunter.
And he kind of... Oh, well, the one one was me, one was somebody else, but anyway, it was a terrific battle. There was hordes coming up to the edge of the river. The bridge over there, he says, sweeping his arms across, a phalanx of draconians were surging across the bridge, and our forces were falling back. The dragon was spurring them on so much. Our archers were firing, but a sweep and lightning crackled. It was a blue dragon. Do you know that the Red Dragonarmy uses small blue dragons as scouts? I don't know if you know that. But that's a fact.
I have seen this.
And yeah, so it was getting darted with arrows left, right, and centre, and I waited, and it lifted its head up and exposed its throat. Boom! Straight through. Down it went into the river. Yeah, dead. Yeah, he's like
mighty shot. You are a great hunter among men.
Thank you. He looks at you slightly confused when you say it like that.
So I'll take another look over the river from over here, see if I can see any further. Can I see the tower?
Which tower? The tower. Yeah. Sorry, Rhivrasonomar's tower.
Rhivrasonomar.
Yeah,
I keep wanting to say Dragonlance, but that's a different guy, isn't it?
Yeah. You can see this tower sticking up into the sky. As I said, it's starting to get dark, and there's smoke and everything from. But what you see suddenly from around the tower is flashing lights, and then they're gone.
That's good. The tower's defenses are still working. I'll go and tell the wizard.
Okay, you come back downstairs, and Goust is saying.
So the question on everybody's lips is alphabetically by title or authors.
I'm afraid I don't have enough books with author names to warrant the latter. I would have to go with the former, I'm afraid. Many of the texts I have are
Master
anonymous
Wizard.
or unknown.
Yes.
I bring news. The tower's defenses still stand.
Oh,
that is good.
Still
yes,
sparkly. Is that what you mean?
We have the means to bring them down, though, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. I mean, I have the means, absolutely.
That's why you're here. We know. I'm telling you, they still stand.
Like sparkly lights and stuff. Is that what you saw?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sparkling lights.
Yes. Towers have lots of different defenses. I mean, there are those that turn your mind feeble. You'll forget who you are or even why you're there. But no.
Your fog.
No.
Your fog.
Yes. No. Well, no. Some
No,
do
no.
have
Your fog. I speak to you about your fog.
My fog.
When you put the fog down, do not put it in front of us. Put it in front of them.
Well, actually, I don't mean to call your bluff.
Do not put it down in front of us. Put it in front of them.
Yes, but the master priest and adventurer type over there, the young gnome, asked me if I could put it around us.
Oh, that was for sneaking across the river, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sneaking, yes. In fight, put it on them.
Well, I do realise that your elven ways are a little bit different to our human ways, but yeah, I'll listen to you. Yes, I think you have our best interests.
Good.
Yes.
You speak much.
I'm going to fight in the yard.
Garon
says as he walks off to go and have a hand-to-hand combat with someone.
I'm going to go and find us a messenger pigeon in case we need to send news of our findings.
They're upstairs, 2 floors.
Thank you.
Agadar says to you, "I will fetch you one. I will meet you in the courtyard with one of our finest pigeons. Please do take great care."
Of course.
Very well. And he goes off to the staircase and he starts to climb up, holding onto the railing, looking quite frail, like slowly, his steps kind of taking him up.
Never trust a frail dude in Dragonlance.
He's got hourglass eyes. No.
I'll ask him if he wants assistance.
I'm fine, young man. Thank you. I'm quite happy. I'll get up there eventually. You won't be off before I get back down. So don't worry.
Okay. Somebody mentioned a quartermaster. Where would that be?
Oh, he's in the yard, I believe, handing out weapons and gear to the new recruits.
Does he have food?
Well, there's food upstairs if you wish food. It's Rangrim, Quartermaster Rangrim.
Okay.
I would say, Gnome, that you do not wish to eat this food. It is rancid meat in salt, but I have seen you eat.
Oh, that's the best. That's delicious. How many hours I've spent whiling away twixt candle and jerky, with a book. Yes, this is I love that salted beef. Anyway, I dither again. He's kind of stopped on like the 5th step up to turn around to like chip into your conversation, and then turns around to carry on.
As I'm about
So,
to walk out, I will turn to his fix and say, the salted pork is particularly good. And then walk out into
before
the
you go
courtyard.
anywhere, Mr. Knight, Merritt, before you go anywhere, we need to talk about defences. Yes, because you're right. There's defences on the outside, but I have information that there's also defences on the inside. Now, it's been vexing me a little bit, but I think I have the answer now. I've heard of those types, the rogue type who can get through doors and things and like get rid of traps and that. But I was thinking more that if we take lots of furs with us, yes, maybe the Minotaur carries them, then we could wrap them round the knight and he could walk ahead. Yes, so if any traps go off, then there's a barrier between the knight and the trap. Yeah, and obviously the furs will take it. You will need quite a considerable width of fur between you and the traps. But yeah, I think that might be a good idea. So I think if we make sure, or maybe we wrap some jerky around your armor as well.
Now you're talking. That would
like a second skin, yes.
Many of the wild beasts. There's nothing like a meat shield, I was always taught.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, any of the traps involve fire, at which point wearing a lot of furs would turn me into a fireball.
It's really good. Perhaps if we chuck a bucket of water over you before you walk ahead.
Or seal skin, because they live in the water, so they're presumably don't
Master Warrior Athelus coughs loudly. As you're all standing in the entrance to the chamber.
Go, weren't we? Terribly sorry. I'll just go the chat with all the little minifigures. It's like what you really need is a stick with a little thing on the end, and then you can move them about. Just an idea. Off you go. All right.
When you return, we shall discuss this further.
Master Warrior, I have read many a book about coughs, and you've got to be careful with coughs because they can be quite dangerous. And I'll walk
Sir
out.
Merrin.
I've already left by this point. I took the cue to get out, so I did.
Okay, Goust, you just got a reroll because as I command you, said Goust because I could watch this forever. Cool. Okay, so you go outside. And Geron is going, what are you doing? Try harder! And he's like fighting, like he's got he's found two little practice swords, and he's kind of like swinging them around, more hassling junior soldiers than proving any kind of great feat of arms. He's not the greatest warrior in the world, Merrin, you know this, but he's intimidating. He's giving them a good show, and people are standing around. And to one side there is a dwarf in rather nice armor, standing next to a series of tables, barrels.
Oh. We've lost you, Pete.
Okay.
But you're back again.
Okay. Right. I think actually I've run out of a drink. We should take a break. Pop to loo. Everyone watching can go and refresh your drinks and get some more snacks. And I'm going to go and turn off Alexa and tell Karina to stop watching Critical Role. And we will be back very soon. So we shall carry on very shortly. Don't go anywhere. We will be back very soon. Oh, got to switch to the other screen so I can. Yes. Hello and welcome back to part 2 of episode 2 of Dragons on an Ashen Breeze. We are in the middle of the action and the party have just...
And he's gone again.
Have I gone again?
No, you're still there.
Still there?
Just you, Rog.
Roger may have gone.
I think Roger may have gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roger there we go.
Okay.
Bit
It
of
was
lag
you,
on
Roger.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
So there's a few... Roger's hiding in a cupboard somewhere, streaming on his holiday, which we're very appreciative of, Roger.
Nice cupboard.
So I'm not going to have a go at you about your internet connection. So you were at East River South, going out into the grounds, and you had seen Rangrim. the dwarf, the quartermaster over to one side. Geron was also messing about with soldiers, having a bit of a practice fight. What do you want to do?
Shall we get a bit of a rest before we go out?
I would suggest so. I would strongly recommend we all get a rest.
All right. I'm sampling the salted goods.
Roger is holidaying at Nye's house.
How did they know?
Not dark enough.
The dwarf hears you talking. Hey up, lads. You're looking for the barracks or the bunkhouse?
Stable.
Looks at you strangely. Elves. He points. he points
wherever you have room for me.
He points to a building just outside the walls. There's room in there. We've converted that into a bunkhouse. The barracks is full in here, so you'll have to go over there. There's a stable on side. I think it used to be a tavern. Is there anything else you need?
Bunkhouse is good.
I will make my way there.
Okay, you walked away from him. Cool. Okay, so you're all going over to the bunkhouse.
Yes.
Okay. So the bunkhouse was indeed an old tavern, and across the road, this structure is now there. It's got people patrolling around it, keeping an eye out, and people moving in and out of the building. There is a stable on the side where you can hear horses, and it seems to be a couple of guards kind of nod at you as you come across because they've seen you walk over from the tower, but there's no kind of it's not a tavern anymore. There's no one kind of running around serving things. It's really been taken over. You kind of go inside. Large common room has kind of been split up into bed areas, pallet type beds, nothing fancy. A few even bunks in there in the bunkhouse, funnily enough, and there's a kind of a side room which is another smaller common room, which is probably where most sort of travellers would sleep on their way past this tavern if they were just staying for the night. And there are some people already asleep in there, and a couple of people are moving around, and one of them says to you, "You guys new here? I am. It's my first night in the bunkhouse as well. I've just signed up today." There's like a fresh-faced. He looks like a half-elf.
You know what they say about first day people, don't you? Well, I've read many a book about wars and people joining the army and things, yes. And I tell you now, yes, you've got a very, 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 very big chance of dying on your first day. Yes. If not, it could be your second day as well.
I'll hold up my hand to stop it.
What? No,
keep your head down.
I'm hoping to become a knight.
Don't worry, just get some good rest.
The statistics of you becoming a knight are next to none, I'm afraid. Absolutely.
Well, this is a place to become a knight. Great deeds are being done, and the knights are here. So if there's anywhere, surely I'm increasing my chances by being here.
Well, let's see if we get past day 1 and 2 first, shall we?
I'll try. We're going out on a patrol tomorrow.
Just listen to your instructors and get a good rest, and you will be fine. I started off where you were.
Thank you.
So it can certainly be done.
Yes, indeed. Marin is the 1 in 1,000.
He's very special. You're absolutely right. The most important thing is to follow the most shiny person.
I can assure you that our training does not result in 999 out of 1,000 not making it. We would have a very small pool of knights if that were true.
Yes, you've obviously not read a lot of books, have you?
I can't read, says this chap.
Well.
Not to worry. I have gone through the training, and I can tell you that statistic is untrue.
Oh, Well, thank you. He seems generally confused by you guys, and he's like, he sort of I've got to go and report to my superior, he says, and walks out of the room. There's food.
Go do your training. Oh, hello.
Yes. There's kind of food and preserved fare sitting around. There's kegs of ale on the side. And the soldiers seem to be helping themselves.
Is there any jam?
And be a barman.
Is there any jam? There are many types of preserves, but not jam. There's piccalilli.
No.
Is there a jar full of questionable green?
His fix. What jam is this?
What do you mean?
He's picked up a jar of yellow stuff.
This yellow jam. What jam is this?
That's made of sea cucumbers.
That's all right to eat as a jam, but definitely don't get the material from in between your toes, and that's toe jam. You don't want to be eating that. I know you elves live off the land and things, but it's definitely
which
wrong.
of these is jam? And I shall point at the jars and ask his fix.
None of them, I believe.
There's a thing. There's lots of pickled stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is there a sort of darker pickle, like more of a pickle?
Yes.
Like a pickle. I will recommend that one. If you're looking for something that's sweet, probably that one.
Take that jar and just leave and go to the stable with it then.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. You go to the stables.
I'm just going to my bedroll to the stable in like a hammock above the horses.
Cool. Like in the kind of rafters.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And then try and eat the jam. And be disgusted because it's not jam.
I did tell you.
You're like, yeah.
Any idea how much that quiff par stuff I'm going to have to eat to get the taste of pickle out of it?
So with Stonehunter gone, his fix goes over and starts to pour flagons. Well, flagons is a bit of a posh word. These are kind of like horn cups, little horn cups, and you sort of pour out a few of those and pass them around. While you're doing it, the last chapter take one does linger to give you the eyeball.
Thank you. I have enough eyeballs. Is there something you want?
Does he look like he's being aggressive towards his?
No. He's just like checking, like. And when he sees you pour enough for one for everyone, he's like, and walks off.
Okay, all right. I will just basically take some like rations and go perform maintenance on my armor and weapons to ensure they are pristine.
Cool. So you're gonna
before going to sleep.
You're gonna sleep. Okay. So you all.
Is there an area behind the bar?
There is. The kitchen is kind of. Got lots of storage of barrels of salted stuff, things being pickled, and there is actually a lady in the back who is kind of stirring some pots, and a man with her. They are together. One of them is actually a Kender.
Oh, hello.
Hi. I'm Andabra.
Hello. I'm his fix.
Oh, nice to meet you, his fix. What are you doing?
Short version, anyway. I was looking for some jam. I have this moody elf friend who was looking for some jam, and I had to give him pickle. I don't think he's going to be happy with me, so I thought I might try and find some jam before he kills me.
Wait here.
Okay.
Goes off into a side cupboard. Hear him climb up a little step ladder. And then come back out through like a little curtain type thing, a little larder on the side, and holds out a jar, and it's blueberry jam.
Oh, my favorite! I mean, that looks lovely.
This, whoa, my friend. This you have to trade for.
Okay, that's interesting.
This is special fare. This is bound for the Master Warrior's table. If you wish it, you must recompense me.
Decent jam. Oh, come on.
Do you have a
What
silver?
I don't know.
You'll have enough coin to like buy an expensive jar of jam.
That's trade. Yes, all right. May the light of Shinari bless this trade. I will
Oh,
find jam.
one of the faithful. Well, there you go.
Thank
May it always coat your toast with joy.
Yes, or at the very least, keep me alive.
Beowulf Reborn has definitely played AD&D before.
Yeah, pay the gold.
Pay
steal
gold
it
and
back.
then steal it back. That way you get XP.
Thought had crossed my mind.
So you swap the silver for the blueberry jam.
Yes.
Yes. It's probably got about a week or two left on it. It says. Nice to meet you.
Oh, you too.
I help stock out this place and a few other places across town. So if you're ever in need of trade, don't forget Andabra.
Andabra.
That's me.
Marvelous. And your good lady wife?
Oh no. Olma here is not. Yes, no. This is Olma, and Olma sort of turns around, waves a big spoon, and she says, "Andabra is very handy to have around. We're not really compatible in that way, but anyway, have you enjoyed your pickle?"
Yes, I do like the
I
strange
love
cucumber.
pickling. It's a special ingredient that I add to the pickling juices and the brine to get it just nice.
Is it love?
Well, that goes in there too.
Okay.
Anyway, I mustn't give away my secrets, and she turns back to her pot. She's got lots of things on the go at the same time. Very much a kind of camp follower cook type person, rather than a tavern chef or tavern owner kind of person.
If it's all right with you, I'm just going to sit in the corner and eat my strange cucumbers. I quite like it in here.
And says, well, I'm going to be heading off in a minute, but it's been a pleasure to meet you, Hisfix. You seem a thoroughly charming chap, and it's always nice to talk to someone without having to crane my neck. Well, I think that I better be off now. Says,
all right.
Kind of picks up a pack and a strange stick with a little sling on the top.
Ooh, that's nice. I like that.
That's my hopack.
Ooh.
He says on his way out the door.
All right then.
See ya. And he kind of leaves. So you can all rest. You can all sleep. And you can pray for spells and memorize spells for wizards. And if you could let me know which spells you wish to have for the next day, then let our viewers know which spells you're going to prepare and memorize, then that would be great.
Do we heal at all?
You recover. You are in the presence of someone with healing. So, hang on. Let me get to the non-weapon proficiencies, which could just be called proficiencies. If a wounded character remains under the care of someone with healing proficiency, that character can recover 1 hit point per day.
Wow, healing is slow.
It's old school. If the wounded character gets complete rest, we have 1 per day. No, I don't think this count. It's not long enough to count as complete rest. I think you're on 1 hit point. No. I'll give you 2 because Geron has got herbalism. And we'll be able to give you recovering, teas
Herbs
and things and all that kind of stuff to help to pick you up. Because remember, hit points isn't just like blood. In this, hit points is a little bit abstract. So it's getting yourself, getting your bearings, your balance back, all that kind of stuff.
So I'm going to memorise Wall of Fog.
Yep.
Sleep as my first level spells.
Yep.
And my second level spell I'm going to memorise is Web.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. Oh, web.
Cool.
Gotta have a bit of web.
And Aldoon, what spells are you going to pray for?
Can I just check? So I have 2 spells. Is that right?
2 first level spells, because you're a level 2 cleric, aren't you?
Yep. Okay.
Yep. 2 first. Oh, sorry. What's your wisdom?
16. It's just what I was wondering.
No. You have some more. So clerics can have more spells. Sorry, let me just find the right page. Oh, it should say on your... Does it say in your character sheet? Bonus spells?
Bonus spells second.
So basically, you get 2 additional first level spells. Also, if you could cast second level spells, you'd get 2 additional second level spells.
Oh, so I get 4?
Feel like I'm the redheaded stepchild now.
Yeah. It's wizards versus priests. Because priest spells don't blow shit up. So, Aldoon, you get 4 first level spells.
Right. I think I'm still going to stick with darkness and command.
What, 2 of each of those?
No, probably 3 darkness and 1 command.
3 darkness, 1 command. Okay. Yeah. And Geron is going to take 2 cure light wounds, and he gets a second level spell. He is going to take...
medium wounds.
No, that's...
Even more wounds than light.
No, that's a 4th level spell.
Wow.
Yeah, cure serious wounds.
Cure slightly nastier wounds than before.
Yeah.
No, he's going to do the spell. He's going to memorize the spell.
Bull strength, enlarge.
Bull strength.
Bull strength.
3rd level spell.
It is a 3rd level spell. I think something like find traps or bark skin. Bark skin. That's a good one.
Oh yeah.
Bark skin.
I mean, it's no stone skin, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, bark skin. He's going to memorize.
When you're a Minotaur and you got new armor.
Yeah, might come in handy. So that's what he's praying for. Cure light wounds, 2 cure light wounds, and bark skin. Cool. Okay. Right. So. Okay. Cool. So the morning comes, and you all. Well, sorry, not the morning. You're sleeping to get to dusk, aren't you? So that you can go under cover of darkness. So you're awakened by Imbert, the young knight, and he comes in and rouses you all. Sorry to awake you, Sir Marin, but the hour is close, and I've been sent to retrieve you and your companions to venture across the river.
I really want his last name to be Hanson.
Bop.
Oh, what's going on? I was dreaming about chicken. There's a giant chicken.
Well,
what are we doing?
So, Merrin, I'll leave you to your companions,
What's
I'll be waiting outside to lead you to the bridge.
Oh, you think we can find the bridge, Sonny?
Okay, fine. Master Gnome.
That would be more useful.
Yeah, I meant where the boat is at the bridge, not to the bridge.
But we can find the bridge.
Apologies for not being.
Thank you.
Don't worry, Athelus said I'm the scout.
You are indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I can find a bridge. Thank you.
It would be wise to say, though, that he had a cough, so he could be suffering from fever. So you being a scout might be a bad decision.
Perhaps you should all keep the noise down because there are a lot of people trying to sleep in here.
Shut up! Someone shouts from across the room.
Stop making so much noise. There's people trying to sleep.
Now, if you'd have gone to sleep earlier, you wouldn't be awake now being angry, would you?
Oh, it's generally what I do.
And I will go and before I start gearing up, I'll go and wake Stone Hunter up.
You wish. I'm an elf, mate. We don't sleep properly. We trance.
Yeah.
All right, I will go rouse you from your trance.
He's hanging upside down from a rafter in the stables.
I've seen it all
packed
before.
Away my hammock and been talking to the horses. Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to be practicing my spell casting stance outside.
That's cool. Geron gets up. Where are we going?
We're going on a boat trip.
Hefts his sword.
I ain't getting on the boat.
No, Minotaurs love boats.
You got to promise not to stab the boat.
I will sit in the middle.
Okay, good.
He is like 20 stone or something. He's huge. He's 7 foot tall.
It's get your things together. We're going to be moving out shortly.
He picks his stuff up. He's got says the last bits of his prayers. His holy symbol looks like a bison, the head of a bison.
Okay, I will just be armoring up, I think.
Yeah.
Master Elf, how was the sea cucumber jam?
I think it's gone bad.
Yeah, I thought it had. I got this for you.
Oh, for you, it's like this.
Please don't kill me.
Why would I kill you?
Well, because I gave you funny jam.
It's not your fault that the humans made bad jam.
Mind me asking how much of it you ate?
I didn't eat any of it.
No.
Of the bad jam?
Yes.
A taste was enough to tell me it had gone bad.
So you actually didn't ingest any at all?
Why would you put onions in jam? Jam is the only good thing humans ever invented. This one has onions.
I could think of a few more things, yes, but no, I'm not going to. I'm not an argumentative sort or a know-all, so I'll leave you to it then.
I think you are. You've clearly.
I shall take the jam from his fix. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where is my jam?
You are the jam.
Right. So you gather.
I am in future going to use that jar of pickle at some point in this game.
Sure.
I say it, and I mean it. I so swear that pickle will be used.
Put it in your gear on your character.
I have.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you guys gather together, and Imbert is waiting for you outside when you come out, and it is dark. Torches have been lit. Lights have been lit on different parts of the city, and they're on the western side. The sky is clear and you can see the stars, but on the eastern side, the smoke rising from the vast fires on the eastern part of the city are blocking out the stars. And you kind of, sorry,
that may help us. That general darkness, that might be of benefit.
You make your way through the war-torn streets towards the bridge, and as you approach, you can see large barricades and structures set up for the defense of the bridge, and nearby buildings have been taken over by the forces of the Whitestone group and the Knights of Solamnia. So archers and crossbowmen lying on rooftops, infantrymen hanging behind barricades and things, and a large force of warriors pressed up pretty much right at the bridge. And when you get there, you can see the wide river. It's really quite wide, and at the far end of the bridge you can see like movement and a mass of things moving around at that far end, and there's fires, more fires over there, and ones that seem to be out of control in buildings and structures. And it's pretty hardcore. There's lots of people moving around. A couple of injured people you see being taken away past you. One guy with an arrow in his knee, and various other injuries. And
No more adventuring for him.
Yeah, you make your way down towards the bridge, and at the side, it's kind of the river here has been it was a natural river, but it has been now improved along the banks. There are walls and little jetties that go down, little stairs at points and things like that. So they've been improving this river for centuries, so it's now fairly well controlled and flows. And there's a little staircase that goes down under the bridge to a little platform at the bottom, stone platform, little jetty there, and there is a boy looking terrified, holding a rope for a boat. I mean, it's tied on, but he's holding it as well, of a boat which is wide. Shallow and long, kind of like a small river barge, big enough to carry probably about 8 to 10 people, or 4 people and a minotaur.
They do say that flat-bottomed boats, they make the river world go round.
You've been on pun and quote fire tonight, Ben.
Sorry.
It's all right, don't worry. And as you get there, Geron is actually really up for this. It seems you weren't expecting that, although some of you are aware that minotaurs make great sailors. And he kind of bounds down and gets into the boat, into the middle, and grabs the oars and says, "I will row."
Oh, okay. I wave at the boy. Hello. It takes me back.
It's
I'm
like
down the river.
he doesn't even look at you. He's looking at the minotaur. Hi.
Oh, yeah, that's our cow.
What?
Yeah, he's Geron.
Hi.
That's Geron.
Can I take a reroll from Ben? Yes, you can, Psychomantium. No. Can I go now? He says to Imbert, and it's like, yes, come on, run along. For a moment, Imbert seems that not the least experienced in the room.
I'll make my way down into the prow of the boat, crouch down, looking out front, arrow nocked, ready to go.
Okay.
Just going to climb into the boat. We should get going.
Okay. For stealth purposes, Mr. Elf, I know you had a word with Master Wizard about his fog. If I was to make it all quite dark around the boat, would that upset you? Purely for the purposes of sneaking up on folks that you can then shoot.
You mean a magical darkness?
Yes. Yes, I mean a magical darkness. Well, a divine darkness. Actually.
Are you able to see out of it?
Well,
Will I be able to see out of it?
I very much doubt it.
I think this is probably a bad idea if we can't see.
Well, I'm quite good in the dark. We'll be all right. Only if we need to. If it looks like we're being spotted, then I could just drop it on the boat and we would be covered up. It's either that or we go with Master Fog.
Fog would be more believable on a river.
Okay. Just offering.
Is not your magical darkness a sphere of pure impenetrable night?
Yes.
That may look more obvious floating towards them on the river.
It's quite dark. If we hug the shadows.
Imbert says to you, Master Warrior said it would be wise for you to there are windows on the watermill that face only our side of the river, and it would be good for you to give a signal to us that you've arrived safe and sound on that side of the river. A candle in a window or something would suffice.
Okay, do you have a candle?
He's got a bag of stuff, and he says that we put together some gear for you, sir.
I have lots of candles.
Well, I know,
Okay.
but he wants candles, so I'll take his candles.
Very well.
Thank you.
Okay. So
he got a pigeon.
You all get into the boat, and you are all pleasantly surprised at Geron's ability to steer a boat down the river. Sorry, I'm now just. I didn't have a lot of time today or this week. Work's been pretty crazy, so prepping for this has been a little bit difficult, but we will get there. Right, so you are sailing down the river and you pass under the bridge, and as you were told, there's lots of debris and rubble and unfortunately bodies drifting through the water. However, it is fortunate for you in so much as that it gives you some cover. You have tarps and dark cloths on the boat stashed that you pull about yourselves so that your shining armor, your weapons, your whatever you may have doesn't draw attention. And you kind of Geron gets you into the middle of the river, and Psychomantians are making me laugh in the chat. Mine was a rich nautical tradition. Nelson had one at Trafalgar. Kiss me, Geron. So you kind of the boat is sailing down the river, and up ahead you can see. Now we need to switch some mappage here.
Hello.
You may need to zoom out.
Oh, nice.
Up ahead, you can see that this is you've been going for a little while, but up ahead you can see that there is a. It looks like large rocks, large boulders and structures have been put into the river to create a little spillway that goes down to a watermill. And you can see along the banks of the river that there are these houses here. Some of them seem a bit damaged, some are slightly on fire, but largely it doesn't seem as if it is hugely ruined, not like some of the kind of crater marked regions that you've seen. But what you do also see is from afar. Oh, hang on, I did that wrong. Sorry. Just fiddling around in the... Yep, that's fine. These guys. You can see that there's like a little jetty sticking out. And by that jetty, you can see that there are 3 goblins. They haven't seen you. They are clearly on some sort of guard duty, although however effective that is, you're not sure. And I'm just going to name them quickly. Gobbo. Yep.
So offensive.
Yep.
There was me thinking it was going to be like Jeffrey, Herman, and George.
Yeah, I was going Phil, Bob, Dave.
Goblar. And
so I think you find those names are where colonialists have imposed their own expectations on the rich goblin culture.
Can we please not decolonize the goblins?
Goblob. So just so I didn't just call them Goblin 1, 2, and 3.
Goblob sounds like one of my players on a Friday evening.
And cunning viewers may have noticed that I've made some macros down here for rolling attack rolls and initiative, because last week was I hate having to type it into the chat. So what we have is a situation where you are coming down the river and you want to what you can see this laid out in front of you, and you're far enough away that quiet talking or whispering will not be heard, because obviously there's a river flowing, there's all kinds of stuff in it. So Geron kind of makes the paddles backwards, reverses slightly to keep the boat where it is for a little while. It's flowing down past that. What do you want to do?
Okay, so are we trying to get into the watermill?
Said that
we're trying to get to the jetty to tie up to walk down to the watermill.
Or do we have to do that? Or can we just go to the watermill?
But there's rocks and it's dark.
Well,
okay.
Right.
I mean, we could, if you want to. Sorry, I need to be in character, don't I?
We could, well, if our
I can kill
friend
one,
would oblige,
maybe
we
two.
could say create some fog around that area. It may allow us to dock without them noticing us.
I have another plan that may work well.
Okay.
What is it?
Does it involve books?
That's Garon trying to talk quietly.
It will involve skill and magic, and the effect should be quite extraordinary.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Salantha, what is the plan?
You're going to summon a Hydra.
No, I shall merely deal with those.
How?
I will cast the spell on them.
Okay.
To do what?
To help get us past them.
Make them throw themselves in the river, turn on one another.
Oh, I could do that.
Conjure them into frogs.
Now you see that normally the spells like that, they normally last for just one person. Yes, my spell that I'm thinking of will take care of all three at once. Yes, you don't have to thank me now, but you will do when I've done it.
Does it make noise or light?
Pardon?
Does it make noise or light?
Well, no. To cast light would be suicidal, surely.
What I'm referring to is, are you planning on throwing fire at them? I mean, what are you doing?
I will just call down the power of animals of the bygone age, and I will make sure that they're all dealt with.
Oh, this I want to see.
Yeah,
will it definitely work?
Yes.
Do it, wizard. Do it.
Do it up close with the knife.
Come on, do it.
Yeah, with your boots, your clothes, and your heavy lancing horse.
And your barge.
If we get quite close to them, I need to be about 30 feet away.
How light is it?
Each square is 5 foot. It's dark. It's dark,
yeah,
but
there's varying degrees.
If you approach the dock, we're going to have to make surprise rolls. Because you don't make stealth rolls unless you're a thief or have thief skills in AD&D. So his fix can magically disappear by doing hide in shadows. Whereas you guys, if you are saying we're moving stealthily, we make surprise rolls for you. One of your
have
party,
hide in shadows.
Yeah. So if you did that separately, that would be like if you make your hide and roll shadows, someone can't roll to see you. But if you are trying to sneak up on someone and don't have thief skills, basically both sides make a surprise roll with some modifiers based on what you're doing, and then we figure out what happens if they fail and you win. You can evade them without them seeing you, or you can attack them with a surprise round, for example.
I'm ready if this doesn't work.
We need to be in position to take care of matters if this is insufficient.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get your...
So our plan B is just to row straight for the pier and kill them quickly.
Sapno Map Case 1, thank you for following us. And Soup Yeah Boy from earlier on. Sorry I didn't say thank you at the time.
All right. Let's do it.
It's close, and I will move within 15 feet of them, and I will make sure that they're dispatched.
There's 30 a minute ago.
Yes.
If we're within 15 feet, they will almost certainly see us.
I don't know whether we can do that stealthily.
Okay. Well, there is another option, but yeah, okay.
If you could just simply cast fog over the area, we could approach unseen.
Well, you see, fog won't do we'll have to move through the fog, won't we?
That's all right.
Do you
That's
want me
fine.
to just swim over there and kill them?
Well,
If
I
everyone could just shrink their token down just a little bit to fit in one of those hexes. Can you do that?
Find my token.
Or is that for me
Why
to
am
do?
I over there?
I've just copied and pasted you from a previous thing, so let's bring you all.
Don't know if I can.
Okay, if you can't,
No,
I'll do
we
it.
can't.
Okay, I'll do that
No.
then. No, actually, you're okay.
rotate his
You're okay. The bottom edge of your square just fits in a hex, in the long angle of a hex, doesn't it?
That's what we did last time.
Yep. Sorry, it's just not all the maps have the same size squares.
If you can cast the fog, we'll take care of them.
Okay. So each one of those squares is 5 feet. Is that right?
That is right.
Right. Okay.
Now, how close do you need to get?
15 feet.
Good grief.
What are you casting?
Web.
It's only 15 feet range.
Yes.
That seems a bit close.
Blimey. That is a bit close, isn't it?
It's not
Sorry, I'm
really
just
gonna
going to get...
incapacitate
Oh
them.
no, it's sorry. It's my 15 yards.
45 feet.
Yeah.
I love the fact that some of the spells have range in feet and some in yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel your pain with my bow shot from earlier. You'll never make that. Oh wait, you can make that.
Oh, this is a second level spell, isn't it?
Yeah. This is true power.
This is true power. Yeah, 5 yards per level and duration 2 turns per level. So a turn is 10 rounds. So it would be 6 turns, so it lasts an hour.
Blimey.
Because a round is a
And
minute.
I can cast it 10 by 10
By 10.
by 40 by 10 by 40 high. I think it can go,
So
can't it?
eight 10 by 10 cubes, and the webs must be at least 10 feet thick. So a mass 40 feet high. 20. It doesn't have to be 40 feet high. You could just put.
No.
So
It'll be about 10 foot high at the very most. Yeah, it'll cover the goblins.
Well, it will cover like the whole bank.
Quayside.
Let me show you. I will generate the web things for you. Here we go. Everyone gets to see all the previous stuff I've used in other adventures. Here we go. But I've got this nice little... Right. Oh, that's actually about the right size. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I'm just going to shrink it down just slightly. Yeah. I just wanted something slightly transparent that can be... Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that controllable by you.
Okay.
And then I'm going to duplicate it, so don't take it just yet. Controllable by you and me. Let's do that. Okay, and then paste. Oh no. Whoopsie
We've got 2
daisy.
Garons.
Yeah, I'll get rid of
And
this.
his fix.
Don't worry.
We've got many of everybody.
Yeah.
You thought you were casting web. You actually cast mass mirror image.
I do have that spell as well.
Oh, you got mirror image. I love mirror image.
I love mirror image. It's always one of my favourite spells in D&D, in AD&D.
Yeah. So just getting all your webs out. Here we go.
That'll do.
No. You've cast it. You got to do it.
Oh, have we got close enough? Oh no, it's 45.
No, we're gonna.
feet.
It's 45 feet. So we're gonna say that we are gonna make a surprise roll, because you're getting within 45 feet. You are then doing semantic, verbal components as well.
Yeah.
So
we've seen your version of subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you? How are you casting this spell?
No, it's much better than that.
My webs.
He leaps forward and shouts, "Go web, go!"
Swip.
He flicks his wrist out.
Right. So, Jim, can you place those webs where you intend them to be?
I honestly thought
they
he was
do
going to turn
get a
around
saving
and shoot
throw.
down with his spinneret. So
Could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
Okay. The web covers.
I mean, we're in a boat, so right now we kind of qualify as seamen.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Ben, what are you up to this evening?
I'm not the one shooting thick, sticky white liquid at goblins.
Okay. He just loves those goblins. Okay. Anyone in the area?
Excited.
So these are the rules. Anyone in the area when the spell is cast must roll a saving throw versus spell with a -2 penalty. If the saving throw is successful, 2 things may have occurred. The creature has room to escape the area, then it is assumed to have jumped free. If there's no room to escape, then the webs are only half strength. Creatures with less than 13 strength, 7 if the webs are half strength, are stuck until freed by another until the spell wears off. So they might be stuck. It depends on their strength and. Okay, right. So you're just gonna like.
Yeah, I'll stand there and start. I call upon the power of the mighty spider lords. I, Ghost, King Spider. Feel my power, and I entomb you in a sticky, silky web.
And as he does this,
sure we got the right guy.
As he does this,
we get a new
no.
wizard.
As he says that, you all see like creeping along the front of the of the dock there, and out across the rocks and the river wall, like a thick creeping web kind of starts to appear in a mass, almost as if a horde of unseen spiders are crawling across that massive swathe and area. And the goblins, let's see how surprised they are. Right, so one of you needs to roll for the party.
Bloody shocked.
So who's going to roll for the party? And this is going to be a 10-sided dice, I believe. Hang on. Surprise. The surprise rules should just pop up out of the book.
Rog, you're our glorious leader.
Yeah, glorious leader.
Glorious leader is going to roll, so bear with me. And I'll roll for the goblins.
Or is it just a D10?
It is a D10, but it's going to be modified. So I'll give you the modifiers. May be able to. I think it's the person with the lowest surprise. Before an encounter begins, a check for surprise may be necessary. Given the right conditions, it is possible for either side in an encounter to surprise the other. Blah, 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 blah. There are many factors. Some of the factors are these. Yes, we roll a D10, and the lowest. Yes, the lowest is better. You guys get a -5, and I'm just rolling a D10. Oh, I need to make a surprise macro. Oh, I could roll initiative.
-4.
Oh, that's like the best you could roll. Okay, I can't be.
Worthy.
I'm not even going to bother rolling. So, who was at the front of the boat?
Me.
I was.
Oh no,
Stone Hunter.
Yeah, Stone Hunter.
So I'm just going to position you, like you're pointing at the bay. Who's
I'm just nearby.
him?
Probably me, because I'm ready to spring off the barge for.
Okay.
If this goes wrong.
Then Geron was in the middle to balance it. Where are you, Ghost? Are you at the back?
Yeah.
You mean the mighty king of spiders?
So his fix.
Do you know what happens to the man spider? Do you know that? Do you know that? No.
And then the king of spiders at the back there. I have to tell you, when early on in my D&D career, I did play a priest who was obsessed with snakes and wanted to be the snake lord. And I had I like the spell sticks to snakes, and I had a snake staff and all kinds of other things, snake related. I don't know why. Why not? I like the sticks to snake spell was just always like, oh, you're going to carry around some sticks and like throw them on the floor or something. But anyway, okay, cool. So you guys have cast the goblins are surprised. So you guys get around. We are going to, believe it or not, roll initiative in just one moment. I just need. Oh.
Why is a whip speed 8? Isn't that really slow?
Because you have to like build up to a crack.
Whirl it
Oh,
up,
fair enough.
I believe.
build it. Yeah.
You'll be like.
I see.
fly fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that.
That's just me. You know,
That's a good way of justifying it. I would have thought that a whip would be really quick because the whole point of a whip is that it's quite nippy.
Well, it is once it's going, then it's
Once it's going, but it's the getting it going. Yeah. No, that's fair.
Okay, so
I've got one. I've not used it.
I'm just prepping a few things, so just bear with me. There's always a little delay just as we begin combat, as I'm like, right, hang on, I now have to sort this out.
That's why we need advert breaks.
We do. We should do advert breaks.
8-bit music thing with the little swirly bit.
Oh yeah. Use
Transition.
incarnate.
Oh, like a
It's
transition
great.
before we get to-
Okay. Although now they're all cool. Yeah.
These smutty remarks have been brought to you by Too Much Wine.
Oh,
Try
does
some today.
someone want to talk about the Thornless Rose? Ben?
All of us want to talk about the Thornless Rose because the Thornless Rose is excellent. Thornless Rose is a good friend of ours and made these wonderful, wonderful D20 dice bags. Ooh.
I would show mine, but I haven't got it with me on holiday.
Which is a thing of great beauty, and it opens up like little hinge and flap, and inside you've got your dice. And I'm not going to tip it up anymore because I have had enough to drink that I will pour my dice all over the floor. But Thornless Rose is also a dice maker extraordinaire now and makes things of great beauty and wonderful majesty.
Indeed.
And everybody should go and throw all of their money at her at once because she has a hungry, hungry puppy that needs feeding.
And
does she have dice?
You not giving the Thornless Rose money is starving that poor puppy.
and if you go over there are certain collections of dice and gaming accoutrements that you can get a discount on if you put Garblag 10 all caps Garblag 10 in as your discount code. You can get 10% off the awesome cool stuff that the Thornless Rose makes, and we'll pop a link.
The dice trays are very nice as well.
They are awesome. I used one on the Dungeon Quest solo playthrough that I did the other day on the channel. Anyway.
Was that enough of an advert break?
That was. Perfect. Excellent. Right. So what we're going to do now is we are all going to roll some initiative. And I need you guys to select your tokens. And then, if you're doing combat-y type things, I assume you're going to be trying to wait for Garon to get you all to the dock.
Yes.
So you might think, but that's where you'd be wrong. For I am Shooty Boy.
You are Shooty Boy. Oh, yes, you are, aren't you?
Yes, he very much is.
Did you do it with your thing on your character sheet and clicking on your token?
Yes, I did.
Cool. Let me bring it up.
Just wrong words.
That needs to go. That needs to go.
Did you say we got a surprise round on them, though?
You do have a surprise round on them.
Splendid news.
Oh, if they're unaware, I won't attack them.
They are no. They are very much aware.
Okay.
But they are encased.
They've just been hit by a wall of spider web.
Yeah. Yes. They get a saving throw versus spell, though, don't they? That's what I did do.
Yes, they do.
And what I just was looking up was what's 0 level fighter saving throws, because that's pretty much what they get. Saving throws.
It's not put me on the initiative tracker.
Did you click on your token first?
Yeah.
The problem is if you're not using an actual initiative button, then it won't do it. It's fine. I'll do it for you in a moment. Let's have a look. Here we go. Here we go. There. They need to roll a 20. So this
On a
is
D10.
for their saving throws.
Oh, I see.
So
Nope.
the top one. What's his name? I can't see it from here. I need to zoom in a
Is
bit.
that Gobbo?
That is Gobbo. Gobbo fails. The next one is Goblar. He fails. And Goblob fails. Okay, so they all failed. So they're stuck. And I'm pretty sure their strength is lower than 13, which would mean that they can't get themselves out, which is fun. I love arbitrarily, like, you can't do anything about this stuff that they have in the older versions. You wouldn't get that in 5e now.
No.
Player agency.
Let's have a look. Exactly. Whole person is like the worst spell in the world. Strength 9. No, they don't. They cannot. They're like, and you can see they've got little short swords and crappy
Spaghetti
shields.
arms.
Spaghetti arms. Yes, absolutely.
I find that offensive.
Oh, his fix. What did you get?
Got a 12.
12. Okay.
I'm slinging.
And oh, you got. Oh, sorry, you got 2. We got 2. His fixes on there. And where are you, Goust?
At the bottom.
Yeah, I need to add you a 10. What was your score?
10.
Add 10. Goust. 10. Okay, and then just need to. Sorry, bear with me. The viewers can see what I'm doing, however. So, and any of the players watching on Twitch can see what I'm doing as well. Oh, I haven't done it.
Initiative.
I haven't done it as a whisper, have I?
No.
I need to do that one privately. Never mind.
I think there might be some more goblins, folks.
In character knowledge and out of character knowledge.
That's right. These guys are rubbish. Bit worried about Gob Lord.
Okay.
Oh, there's another Goblob.
Goblet is clearly based off of Chitara. Look at the speed on that one.
Is there another Goblob?
Yeah, there's 2 Goblobs. One of them got.
No, that's Goblob. Oh, Goblob and Goblob. Yeah, no, you're right.
It's a common name amongst goblins. It's like, oh, there are 2 guys called John. Yeah?
It's big Goblob and fat Goblob.
Okay, right.
Is the big Goblob is really small? Yeah.
I don't know. That kind of humour is too sophisticated.
So you're going to get a surprise. Okay.
I think that's about goblin level.
You guys get a surprise round. Okay. Oh, hang on. Someone's advertising in the.
Are they still doing that?
Bam hammer.
How do I? Oh, I click on your name and then I kick you out.
That's the second person doing it as well.
Was there one earlier on?
Yeah, there's Imvova 20000089.
Was it someone going, you
famous?
Have people all at work?
Oh, it's
no, it's people offering us paid for followers.
Oh
yeah, man, let's get on that. What?
Yeah, we really need those, don't we?
Yeah. We have lots of awesome
Super
people.
Valuable.
Unfortunately, I've just kicked them out, which means you've got less viewers.
That's okay. Russian bot farms, not useful viewers.
Yeah, they're not real anyway.
Okay, so you guys are on the boat. I assume, Merrin, are you going to wait until Geron's...
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm allowed to wait until Geron's
allow you to wait until Geron's moved you. So let's all assume that you are next to the... in fact, I'll just move you up to be in the right positions. So I'll do that. Here we go. Go on. Here we go. So your boat is pulled up to the jetty. I thought you were going to brave the wheel.
So did I. But...
Okay. So that was Geron's action, and he kind of ties the boat on. So it's just gone. I am not a bot. Beep boop. Quality, not quantity. You're absolutely right, non-anomaly. You guys are awesome. Okay. Let's have a look. Right. So, Merrin, I'll let you have your go then.
Okay. In which case.
Oh no! Hang on. Hang on.
No.
Sorry. Oh yes. Surprise round. You'll go. Sorry.
All right, but they are aware of us, yeah.
Those three are aware of you.
Smashing. In which case, Kapla.
Okay. So you're running out and.
I'm gonna attack that goblin.
Okie doke.
Because it is aware of me.
He's caught in a web. Can't defend himself.
Oh, hang on. That's probably. Is that a no-no? That's probably a no-no.
Naughty
Probably.
little fly.
That might be a no-no.
I didn't realise he couldn't defend himself.
Well, he's like, I believe. Let me just. Jim, can you check the spell just to see if they can't?
Oh, weirdly, I can't kill an unaware opponent. I don't know. I don't know if I don't think my documentation saying I can't kill one that can't defend themselves, but it seems dishonourable.
Quick, pull up the measure.
Yeah. I think I like the way Jim's book is like. We'll let you do it. Merrin. These are clearly evil creatures that are going to cause you harm.
I wouldn't want to do it if it would impede my honour.
I'm not going to say it impedes your honour right now.
Yeah, these guys are totally burning the town.
Yeah, I mean they are.
All right, okay.
You can hear
they're hostile combatants.
You can also hear more goblins further away.
Okay, does it make them easier to hit or anything? Is that stationary?
It does say that missile fire is genuinely ineffective against creatures in the web.
Okay. Oh yeah, because they're in such a big web.
Yeah.
Ben's face is like, I've got my bow out and everything.
So do I get a bonus to hit
Seriously,
them?
Wizard hates me.
Yes, it's on the cheat sheet. I think it's a +4.
I
didn't really do that
with me at the moment.
No, I know. It's hilarious though. I know you didn't. Joust, however,
defender is
probably
stunned
also
or prone,
completely
+4.
oblivious to the fact that it would get in the way.
I've just read a copy. I should have took burning hands as well, because then I could have set a fight with all. Apparently, it's really flammable.
Yeah.
A flaming arrow, Ben.
That's really neat.
That'd mean
that was not a great roll.
That is a
fire.
Oh, that's pretty bad. Oh.
I'm guessing I don't have any rerolls. I can't see the chat.
No, but you'd have 2 attacks in your first round and 1 in your second round.
That was a shocking
specialized
I'm assuming
weapon.
they've got better AC than 10.
Yes, they do.
Running up and must have instead.
Yeah. Use the web as an excuse, Baron.
Well,
I will cut you free so I can fight you honourably.
You rolled a 1, so go for it. Oh, someone said you've
like it.
Someone said what? Sorry?
Someone said you've got a reroll.
Oh, in which case that was my reroll because I don't want to blindingly miss.
That's fine. Okay, so you hit. You plunge it stares up at you. Its evil eyes is cussing you as you come in and well damage.
Thank you to whoever gave me the reroll.
McNeil's 5 gave you 1 earlier on, and Beowulf Reborn just gave you 1 in case you needed it.
Thank you.
Splat.
7 damage.
Whoa! Okay, that is an ex-goblin. You plunge your blade. There's a gap between the webbing near his torso, and you plunge your sword in and pierce his heart. And you pull it out, and he just hangs in the web where he is. Blood coming out of his mouth, and then his head tilts forward.
I'm assuming I can save my second attack for another round.
Nope. You get 2 attacks this round and 1 attack next round.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yep. But you've still got movement, so you can move into range with someone, and then remember, second attacks all go at the end.
I will go to there then.
Okay. Right. Next is Stone Hunter,
who has no idea that his arrow won't work on the web, and is going to shoot it anyway.
Hang on. You are a Kaganesti ranger who has been
True.
in the wilds and seen giant spiders.
Also
so
true.
You will be aware that arrow fire on webs is reduced potency.
Reduced potency is not the end of the world.
As in, won't work.
Where have I put my favoured enemy? I can't find where I put my favoured enemy. It was, yeah.
You get +4 to hit then with your favoured enemy. You know?
I need to bear that in mind then.
You do.
Right, anyway, so these guys aren't draconians, so it doesn't matter.
Sure.
But shoot them.
Shissen dem goblin. So does it say missile fire doesn't work?
It's just as ineffective, so I presume, it don't do anything.
Stopping you from just webbing people at a distance and then filling them full of arrows. How to defeat players is a lot of things in AD&D. It's like, we need a monster that can get rid of all this armor. How about a rust monster?
Rust monster.
I love rust monsters. Okay, so you fire, and you that would be good enough. But as your arrow goes to strike the body of the goblin, it's kind of gets caught up in all the webbing and gets sort of in, and then it's kind of
I've got this sort of
wobbling.
little mosquito thing where it's going in and it gets caught and like ends up going.
Exactly. You can move though if you want.
In which case I shall. This boat doesn't have a mast, does it?
No, it's just like a low, wide barge type thing. It's got a mine.
I shall move to over here on these rocks.
Yep.
Because part of my job is covering Merrin's back.
Okay. As you step there.
There you go, Rog. Now you get the experience of having a bodyguard.
You see.
I'm not trying to get myself killed.
You see another goblin hiding in the shadows.
Little so-and-so.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to him, I have a second attack this round as well.
Not if you move with your bow.
Oh, okay. Oh, well.
And you wouldn't have seen him if you hadn't moved. So
no, that's fine.
Right, next is Goust.
I'm going to just move up the pier, the gantry, to the end of it.
Okay.
Scuttle.
Mimicking the action of a spider.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, I'll.
No, spider. Come on.
And I'll creep and make a noise as I get up there.
Okay, so you are taking on the mantle of the spider. Excellent.
Otherwise, the web disappears. You've got to keep doing it.
Absolutely. It's going to last for an hour, so it's like
his base.
Okay.
Yes, the spider.
His fix.
Hello. Well, having seen the scary elf and what happened with his arrow, I don't think I'm going to try my sling. That seems silly now.
You could move and see if other targets come up and then sling.
I was thinking I might sort of scurry along and then go along the little rocks a little bit. About there. I think that's my movement.
About there. Remember, these webs are like 10 feet high.
Ooh.
It's like a big... You won't be able to see past it.
I'll go over there then.
Proper silly string.
Yeah.
Elf. Oh, you shot, didn't you? So I can probably go as far as you did.
Yeah, you can move.
Half the speed.
Well, if you don't do anything, you can move 12.
Yeah, I'm just going to peg it.
Okay. So we've got our range combatants on the rocks. Okay.
Peering over the wall. My little nose just sticks
So
to the wall.
we're going to go back round
Goblin!
to the start. And
Oh, do I get my end of round attack?
oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Well remembered, Merrin.
I almost completely forgot. Okay, so do one of those.
He's pressing the buttons. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I haven't got an actual mouse because I didn't pack it.
No worries. Aha! That is a good hit and good enough to strike a restrained goblin.
Totally motionless goblin. Might be flailing a little bit.
Damage. Aha! There's another ex-goblin, Goblar, who had survived the entire campaign into Kalaman and had fought bravely under the boot heel of the evil Red Dragonarmy.
They were going to retire in 3 days. Did you know that?
Getting too old for this
bought
shit.
A farm and everything.
He gets
they
a
were
sword
going to sail
in the
around the
face.
world on a boat called Live Forever.
He gets the sword to the face, and he's no longer alive. Okay, so go back around to the beginning, and the first goblin to act is Gobbo, who it can't do anything. He is panicked.
He shit himself.
He shits himself. There we go. That's what he does. Goblin shit stinks as well. Have you ever seen that stuff? Almost as bad as troll dung. Okay, next
That's nasty.
is me, and I'm just going to. You can now hear all this. You've made a commotion, basically.
Yeah, that little bastard's going to raise the alarm, isn't he?
Oh, we want you to be quiet. We said we should have gone to the mill.
It's all right. We'll be quiet again in a minute.
A goblin appears around the end of the street. Goblob is dead. This one. Oh, hello. Yeah. Here we go. Goblet appears at the end of the road. And Goblord.
Not Goblord.
I know. The fearsome Goblord. Who's drawing lines?
That's me.
You're throwing me. I was like, what? Am I doing that? Goblord steps round the corner and attacks Sir Merrin with his short sword. You'll go next, Merrin, so you can like plonk him on the head if you want to. Right, here we go.
Noble challenge!
Oh, I've got to select. Sorry, I forgot. I need to select my token and do a Thaco roll. Come on, mouse, what are you doing?
Oh.
Bashu131 has put, yeah, it might stink, but it grows wonderful tomatoes.
I'm not eating those.
Oh, it's a highlighted message. There you go. That's cool. Spent 100 groats on a highlighted message. Okay, so Goblord flails wildly at you with a crappy little rusty short sword and fails to strike.
Good job. That could have given you tetanus.
It could have done. Merrin, it's your go.
So I'm assuming the Goblord is just a name and he's just a regular goblin.
No, he's the Lord of all goblins.
He is Goblord.
Could have been some kind of goblin chief.
No, he just looks like a goblin. He's a bit older.
Oh, okay.
Voiced by Stephen Fry.
I don't want to kill him now.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I will attack this goblin. Goblord.
I'm gonna have to get on the Discord our Discord members to give me lots of names for goblins and hobgoblins and bugbears and draconians, so I can name all of the tokens by them. That's a very good hit. That's an armor class of -4. That's definitely a strike on this goblin. Let's roll some
That would
damage.
probably have hit most dragons.
That's hit his grandfather. Whoa!
And killed
Oh,
his
you
grandfather.
killed 3 generations of goblins in one strike.
That travels back through time and prevents him from existing.
Wow. Bang.
Boom.
Boom, bang, a bang.
Can I then move?
We shouldn't say things like that because time travel is canon in this setting.
It is.
I'm going to move up to there afterwards.
Hang on, I'm doing something. Wait.
Oh, apologies.
Yeah, it's okay. We were both interacting with Roll20 at the same time. And my computer's having a bit of trouble, I think. Yeah, okay, so you want to move?
Yeah, if that's all right.
Yes, you can. Do your half move.
I'll just kind of bimble up to there so I'm next to that other goblin.
Is it Dragonborn? Don't think you did those. Wrong chat. Oh, right, okay. So you're stepping up there.
Basically, so I'm in swinging range of the next goblin.
The next goblin, but you only get 1 attack this round. Right, next is Goblin. Where are you, Goblin?
Not Goblin.
Isn't it Stone Hunter?
Me.
No, because you can't see.
Oh, I can't see Goblin.
Yeah.
Right, with you.
That crafty goblin.
Actually, he's going to step round the corner. And he's going to step around the corner and materialize into the token layer. And he's actually going to shoot at you with a bow. So he is still only... I keep doing that. He is still only Thaco 20.
Cheeky so-and-so, that's my shtick.
Oh my god! These goblins are rubbish. He rolled a 2. Does no one want to give the games master, the dungeon master, a reroll? Yeah, Bashu, I know. So many chat windows. Yep. What do you call it? Gaming? Okay. Right.
So just to hit on class 0, you have to roll a 20. Is that right? Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, he has to roll a 20. That's why you're the heroes.
Sorry, viewers. I'm still trying to get my head around the rules.
No worries. Right, next. It is the Geron phase. So Geron comes thundering down the gangplank. He hasn't seen the one over by Goblid over by Stonehunter, but he's aware of the other ones going on around there. So he's just kind of running full into combat. It's not charged because he can't directly see them, but he knows there's combat going on, so he's just going to move. 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 8, 90. Yeah, he can get all the way there. He charges into close combat with Goblin, but he won't get to attack them this turn because he had to use a whole.
Has he not got his special head charge thing that he could do?
If he can charge, if he can see them and charge, then he can do that. Unfortunately, it's kind of more of a full move than a charge. Right, Stonehunter. It is now your turn.
Right, this little chappy over here.
Yep. Goblid.
He's getting stone hunted to the face.
Okay.
To
the shooting
face.
Go for it. Oh.
Or
Non-anomaly just gave me a reroll. Okay.
Use a reroll. Go for it.
Rewind time.
Have you got a reroll?
Well, it depends on whether that hits or not.
He had a reroll from earlier on, didn't he?
I have got a reroll that I didn't use.
That does not hit.
Vashi.
That does not hit.
Right, that's embarrassing. I'm not embarrassing myself by failing to shoot a goblin.
If you can shoot a goblin at 600 feet, you can shoot.
For God's sake.
That just misses.
Yeah.
So
I think I see what the problem is. I'm used to fighting crowds, distances of 600 feet.
Okay, so next it is Gobbler. Where's Gobbler?
Which one's called?
Oh, that's one of the dead ones.
He's the one with the cup full of blood wine.
Then it's Goust.
Okay, I shall move. What am I doing here? Editing token.
He's going to burn all his spells in the first half hour of the day in a fight with the goblins.
Absolutely. I am going to use my wand of magic missiles.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Beowulf Reborn, thank you very much. He's just provided me with 9 more goblin names. Surely that means I now need to put 9 more goblin
tokens. Yeah.
It's getting
better. One of them Beoblin.
Oh.
So it's an automatic hit, and it's 1d4+1 per charge. So how many? And you can spend up to 2 charges.
I'm going to do 2 charges at him.
Okay.
I like Godriguez. He's good.
So that's 2d4+1. That's 7.
Kaboom!
It's 2d4+2.
Oh, 8.
Still kaboom.
He is an ex-goblin.
It's just like a greasy stain on the floor.
I'm actually going to start removing them because otherwise they don't come out of the initiative tracker.
Even though they're dead. Bye-bye.
Yep, it's dead. 2 magic missiles swirl out from the end of your wand, lifting it up off the ground. 2 smoking holes in its chest, and its body hits the deck about 10 feet behind, dead. At the hands of the King of Spiders.
I am going to look round and nod and sort of rearrange my robes.
Did he just steal your kill again?
Oh dear.
Just checking.
It's going to be... This is fun. I like that. Don't cast the fog in front of me. No. I'll cast web in front of you. Okay. His fix. It's your turn.
No. Well, I was going to shoot a goblin.
You can still move and shoot a goblin.
I think I'd like to... Can I climb a building?
Of course. You can always climb a building.
Well, there we go. I'm going to climb. I'm going to attempt, at the very least, to climb this building here. The wooden one just on the corner there.
Okay, yep.
See if I can get to higher ground.
Okay.
Do I need to make some sort of roll?
You need to make a climb walls check.
I figured out.
And you'll get a plus... I mean, it's a fairly easy building to climb. So a plus 20.
That's good.
Oh, I ought to get spider climb as well. To be the true king of spiders.
Spider spells.
Okay. I'm pushing the button, and then I'm finding the thing that gets hidden.
I don't know, Goust strikes me as the kind of guy that might only ever use a spell once. Like that one time he would claim to be the unstoppable king of spiders and then never think about spiders again. Like I read about him in a book once.
I went the wrong way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need to do minus 20.
Yeah, I went the wrong way again.
It's a positive, but you're rolling low.
Apologies, everyone. It's 2nd edition maths.
Yay!
Makes my brain hurt every time. Okay. Trying this one again.
It is a nice thing, though, isn't it? I found all the maths and everything. It does add to it a little bit. I know 5e is just so smooth and
yeah. And, successful climbing. So you managed to climb up onto the roof of that building.
Can I see?
You can be further. You can be up on the.
I'll be right up on the.
Yeah.
I don't want to be right there.
Like here, you could be like.
Yeah, probably more like there.
Yeah, that's fine.
His fix was here.
Yeah.
Can I see any more goblins? Or
no.
From my vantage point?
Not from that vantage point. Unfortunately not. But it's a good spot. Okay, then
I got a second shot.
Oh, he's not over yet.
Okay.
Where's he? Where can he get? He can get to there, I think. Yeah, and shoot. So Goblob the second. His father, Goblob the first, died earlier on. And he has come
Goblob,
for
son of
vengeance. Yeah. And he is going to shoot at Sir Merrin, the filthy human Solamic knight, who...
that he got my race wrong.
Yeah, well, he can't see your ears from here. And you've got a moustache, so
he's blinded by my mighty moustache.
Here we go. He's got a Thaco 20, so he's going to try and hit you. He's got a roll of 20.
Come on. No.
I've got a GM reroll. I'm going to take it. Here we go. No.
Better.
It's better,
halfway there.
but rubbish.
Halfway,
Okay.
good job.
So an arrow shoots past you, Merrin. Right.
Your dad would have been proud.
Okay.
If he was
Then
dead. Suck it
we
over
have Stone Hunter's second shot.
Yes. Oh, who can I actually see? I can see the one that Merrin's fighting.
He's in a web.
Might have
He's
to
in a
off
web.
that. Oh, he's in a web.
A web.
Yeah. So you can't.
So I can't actually
No,
take
you
a second
can't.
shot,
No,
but
you
I
can't
can
actually.
still move.
You could shoot.
Can't I?
Goust.
Don't tempt me. I can still move though, can't I? Because I haven't done a move yet.
Yeah, I'll let you forfeit that. If you don't use that second attack, I'll let you just do it.
I think I might
short-
join
okay.
his fix up on the roof.
Oh, hello.
Or you've got to make a climb walls roll, and
I can do that.
non-fighters non-thieves get like a base 30% chance.
Climb walls.
He's a nimble.
I haven't got a base chance in
Just
here.
put 30. But
Okay,
just roll
so-
just roll D100 and see if you get 30 or less.
Roll a D100.
I could lower
Risk modifier plus 30? Or minus 30 or
No,
what?
just roll a D100.
Oh, just roll it. Okay.
Yep. What did you roll there?
Don't see nothing.
You rolled a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you succeeded. I'm not sure what happened there with your climb.
Oh, with a 7, I pretty much climbed up, walked up
Yes.
the wall.
So you bounce up the wall, parkour it onto the roof, and appear next to his fix.
Oh, hello.
Right. Next, it's Gobbo, who is the one in the web, so he can't do anything. Then it's Goblet. She is. Oh, we didn't roll initiative again, did we? Keep forgetting to do that. Next time we'll roll initiative every round, but this time we won't.
I have this sort of mental image of Goblet being like the lady gremlin from Gremlins 2.
Lipstick and a blonde wig. Yeah. Oh. She's going to charge into combat with Geron.
Who would do that? I mean, seriously.
Well, all the other goblins are there,
poorly.
so it's like let's charge in.
Okay.
Let's charge in,
Tactic.
and it's actually going to attack. So it gets a plus
Ooh, that's
2.
fucking teamwork.
So yeah. So it gets a plus 2 because of charging. Oh, here we go. So what I'm going to do to replicate that is I'm just going to decrease their Thaco by 2 to 18 to see what happens. Nope, missed. Right, next it's Merrin,
I will attack that goblin.
the stationary goblin,
Dispatch.
the one that's trapped for an hour.
Well, I won't keep him waiting, I suppose.
Why don't you?
That's kind
Okay.
of you. The Minotaur's fine.
Yeah. I take these too. Yes, more. Oh yes, that's a good hit.
Oof.
He's a darn good fighter, is old Sir Merrin.
Especially when they can't move.
6 damage.
That is an ex-goblin.
Watch as I beat up these paralyzed goblins.
Yeah. Huzzah!
And then I'll use my move
For the
to
honor of.
go and support.
The Empire.
Cool.
Oh.
Do you get 2 attacks this
Oh,
round,
no,
don't you,
that's-
Rog?
Oh yeah, thanks. I'm glad you remembered.
That'll come at the end. Right, Goblin. Oh, who you've just stepped up in front of. Is it?
Trying to protect our Minotaur.
He's going to attack you. Why not? Dan's not here, so it's better if. Oh!
Nil point.
So close.
Oh, wow.
So close.
Good effort.
Right, next it's the Geron phase. Ah! Hello, little goblin! It's going to swing his mighty two-handed sword. Get Geron's character sheet open.
It's chopper time.
Feel the chopper.
Come to the chopper.
Here we go. Dum.
Splat.
Armor class of 2 or better. That is definitely, or worse, sorry. That is definitely a hit. And we shall roll damage. Ha ha! Yeah! He like chops it in half, and one part of its body hits the web, and the other one falls into the river, and then goes under the wheel and. Okay. Stone Hunter.
I am going to run along the rooftops all the way down to here. So I'm taking a full move and cheesing it along the rooftops.
Okay.
Such an
to
elf.
get behind them. Yes, I am being such an elf.
Okay. Cool.
And that's pretty much all I can do if I'm taking a full move action, though.
Yes. We will need a.
Some kind of jumpy roll, I assume.
Do you have any non-weapon proficiencies along those lines?
My non-weapon proficiencies. I have running, as it happens.
Anything more jumpy and not falling?
I don't have anything more jumpy and not falling downy.
Surely you've got
navigating.
Let's make a dexterity roll. So roll a d20, and you just have to get equal to or less than your dexterity. Otherwise, you will take a point of damage as you bash yourself jumping across the.
I've got pretty good odds. Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay, so you run across the roofs and get to the far end. You can hear noises from the watermill. You're pretty sure. Goust.
I'm gonna not jump in and use all my spells in one battle. I'm gonna move up behind these two, and I'm just gonna. I can't really do anything, so I'm just gonna stand there.
Okay. Cool.
Going like that.
No, it's I'll look menacing.
Yeah. Okay. His fix.
I'm going to try and do an elf.
Oh God.
Okay.
I'm only going to get halfway. But,
let's have a dexterity roll from you as well.
I have tumbling.
Oh, you have tumbling.
The plan was, by the way, Ben, I was going to cast sleep, but that might take you down off the roof. I thought that would be too shitty to the elf.
I will let you make a tumbling roll at a bonus of +4, which you need to subtract.
Fact. I don't understand, but okay.
So roll 20 is actually really good for AD&D, because if you could get it all in there, so you just punch in +4, it knows that you're taking it off, kind of thing. But don't worry.
When you put your experience in, it works it all out for you as well, doesn't it? The percentage and everything is good.
Yeah. So you succeeded. So his fix. You're in place.
Yeah.
Was that a full move?
For me, yeah.
Okay, right. Right, next it's Goblob. Goblob, hearing and seeing all this running and shouting and screaming on the roofs, is going to step back.
There's no screaming. It was a
Dot
bit of a
screen.
woohoo!
Well, there you go. It's going to step back and looking up, sees an elf and a gnome.
I'm glad I was able to inspire you for that little roof
Now,
run there, especially after last week's episode. You just hung off a ledge for about 5 minutes.
Who do goblins hate more, elves or gnomes?
Elves.
Everybody hates elves.
Okay. Right, it's going to try and shoot the elf.
Better find out what my armor class is.
Yeah. It's not bad. I think it's like 4 or something, isn't it?
It's 3.
3.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that'll do you.
I'm nimble like you would not believe.
Okay, so
Me too with my 10.
so armor class 3, you said.
Yeah.
Oh,
That would have been
It's close to 3 on a cosmic scale.
the other way round. Yeah.
okay, Merrin.
Okay, so this is my second attack from
Yes.
that round.
Yep.
Cool. I will take a swing at that goblin in front of me.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Roger, you've had some really good rolls tonight.
You've had some stonking swording rolls.
It does kind of make up for my rolling ones constantly in the first one.
Yeah. You were wielding a large wet fish in the first episode, weren't you?
8 damage.
There's another ex-goblin.
Wow, you're rolling really well. What was that?
He steps forward, kills a goblin. Steps forward, kills a goblin. Steps forward, kills a goblin.
Oh, you're specialised, aren't you? So you get +2.
Yeah, I'm specialised and have a
+1
longsword.
and it's a +1 longsword, so you get like +4 or something to your damage.
I didn't realise I was +4 against Draconians. I would have effed up those guys last week much more harshly.
That's true. That is true. You have
But
to.
that's okay. Now I know,
remember that.
and I remember.
Yeah, I remember.
So now we roll initiative again?
Well, we're not going to roll initiative again tonight. It's too late. We're nearly done, and
push on through.
We're gonna power on through. So the beginning of the round is Merrin.
I'll move up to here and hit that goblin.
Oh, God damn it. Now you're in close combat. There's a 50% chance I might hit you.
To be honest, I probably haven't even noticed you.
Oh, you're aware of the the elf up and... Oh, no,
the red mist is down. Goblin death, goblin death, goblin death.
Oh, whoa!
That's a dead goblin.
That is dead. Here we go. Let's see what he rolls.
He might not roll enough.
He
I
rolled
don't think
enough.
he can not roll enough, actually.
What do you get on that 3? Yeah, you get +4, don't you? So you could... Oh, no, you can't not roll enough.
Because it's a 1d8 +4.
Yeah, so they've got 5 hit points. Okay, so you dispatch the final goblin, and Geron says, some exercise before our main adventure.
That was the warm-up. Yeah.
And you are there before the watermill. And as you're all standing there, you can hear noises coming from the watermill and from further around in these buildings. And you gather your wits and your equipment, and you make your way towards the watermill. And we will leave our session there because it is here in the UK. It has gone midnight. So thank you very much to all of our viewers. Thanks for coming along and watching the fun we've been having with AD&D 2nd edition Dragonlance. Love the world. I actually love the setting, even though it has some little mathematical intricacies. Vashu131, thank you very much. Have a good one yourself. We will be back next Thursday for episode 3 of Dragons on an Ashen Breeze as the party of heroes venture further into the eastern part of Kalaman to get to Rhivrasonomar's tower and see what is left within it. Please don't forget to go and check out all of our social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Insta. There's links below in the About if you're on Twitch, and in the video description if you're watching back on YouTube. If you are on YouTube, come and follow us on Twitch, and if you are on Twitch, go and subscribe to us on YouTube. Come and join us on our Discord. We're talking about all of our shows, role-playing in general, and all kinds of other things. We've got voice channels on there for games as well. So please come and join our Discord. And also please check out our Patreon. Thank you to the lovely 50 plus people who now support us on Patreon. You make all of this possible with all the software, the licensing, and all of our games, etc. You are fantastic. Just go and check it out. There's a load of free stuff on there as well. Maps, adventures, D&D subclasses, and all kinds of other stuff. And if you are an Adventurer tier patron, then you'll be getting this map and all the other maps we've been using in this show and all of our previous shows. Go check out Incarnate, our awesome sponsors. These maps are made in Incarnate Pro, and I absolutely love doing these isometric battle maps. I think they're much more atmospheric for outdoor battles. I will be using their new battle maps for interior battles because there's no way I can represent that with these maps right now. So you may see some of that next week. Next Tuesday we also have the
finale of Mutant Year Zero, this grey unpleasant land. Where we're trying to work out exactly what in the hell's going to happen. I long since stopped actually planning the adventure because anything I plan has zero chance of ever coming to fruition because my players are expert plot saboteurs. So yes, come and join us on Tuesday to find out how exactly Mornington Crescent will try and stitch up the people who made his life difficult in the last session.
Yes. There's a vote going on the Discord at the moment as to how Mornington Crescent will enact or his revenge or not.
But the vote has gone mad as well, much in accordance with the rest of the game.
Someone was put goats on there. I don't know where that came from. I think that was Sophia.
Apparently he's releasing a horde of goats from a Trojan horse stuffed with flying jellyfish squid.
The rusting jellyfish thing.
Yes.
They were cool. That was the episode I was in. I got to play in one. That was cool. And then after that, Ben.
Yes, the week after that. Dun, dun, dun.
Vesson.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Vesson.
Yeah, Nordic.
The haunted
horror.
host of Hoxney Hall.
You got to say that every week, remember?
I will say that every week. Yes, a Western game set in the east of England town of Hoxney, with all kinds of shenanigans going on there and people doing exciting things. I've got Nye is currently crying on Discord because he can't pick which one of the characters he wants to play. Alden wants to play an Austrian psychiatrist.
Yeah, this would be most interesting.
Who has a helmet with two horns on it.
We could discuss that.
Yes, you do need to finish Penny Dreadful before we do that, Beowulf.
I need to pick my character.
You do?
Yeah. Oh, it's an investigatory type thing, though, isn't it? More than it's not like this, or
it's sort of a horror mystery,
cool,
supernatural investigaty kind of thing. It
looks really cool. The artwork's like fantastic.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
And it's another free league game.
The pages are very strokey.
Very strokey.
Really nice paper.
Amazing. Very strokey. Nye has to be the vagabond, says Beowulf.
He's not wrong. That's a popular choice. The old vagabond.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So there's loads more things coming up. Also, Jim is building up towards what's it called? Theros.
Yeah, Theros.
Mythic Odysseys of Theros.
Yeah.
D&D 5th edition, set in a quasi ancient Greece kind of setting, which I think we're going to looking to put in on a Wednesday at some point. coming up fairly soon.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. That will be running, and we have more producers now. So we that means I'm freed up on a couple of evenings, which is nice. So I've decided to play in another game. So that's cool. So we've got that going on. We've also got all of our back catalogue. So we've got our Alien show, which we just wrapped up a couple of weeks ago, which was a lot of fun. We've got our Wrath and Glory show, two-shot that Ben ran recently. That was a lot of fun with Gene Stealers and on a space.
And I've just purchased the book for Wrath and Glory, so there will be that campaign short story, one of those.
Yeah.
Looking at our future games, we've got Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay coming up, the Enemy Within campaign.
Yes, I
may
have had an email.
Ooh. Quest RPG, that's coming up soon as well.
Quest.
Wrath and Glory, Alien.
Yep. Some more Alien.
Mythic Odysseys of Theros.
I also want
Coriolis.
to do Coriolis, and I want to do Traveller, and I want to do Zweihander.
Well, Best Left Buried 2nd edition.
Best Left
Call
Buried,
of Cthulhu
yes.
has been threatened. Uriah has been threatened.
Roger, you've mentioned a good one there. Best Left Buried Kickstarter is going on right now. It's massively funded. They're smashing through things, but go and check it out. We did a one-shot on the channel a little while ago, but it's on there, so we can you can see how the game plays. It's a great, simple, flavorful, atmospheric, dark fantasy dungeon delving. The whole idea is you play characters who are part of a large camp outside a crypt, and you're sending little groups in that may die, may come back, may find things, may not, and you play these crypt diggers who are going into the earth to find out what's down there. And it's all sort of horrible, nasty, skinless cats and eyeballs on fingers and gross monsters and things. So
while we're on the Kickstarter front as well, Parslings has been Kickstartering for the last couple of days. We're not affiliated with them, but their game looks really, really, really cool. Mm-hmm. That's fully funded, and they're about to get to their last stretch goal. So that's another one that's worth looking at, with weird word magic that you combine with other people in your party to get bigger effects, which sounds very cool.
Yeah. And McNeil's 5 has put L5R at some point, and I do want to do a Winter Court L5R at some point, but I need to really prep that one and build up to it. And Green Loonturn has put, I love that we are getting more people playing a Dragonlance game. Thanks, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you, everyone, for being with us tonight. We've been Garblag Games. I need to switch over to the other screen. The faces.
We'll continue to be Garblag Games.
And we will next week as well. So please come back and join us. And we shall see you next week on Garblag Games. Stay safe, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.